There we are. Oh yeah, Ryan's doing his cars. And in typical Metal Gear fashion, you can like move it. Oh yeah! Look at him, he's got red eyes and everything. It's super cool. So cheers everybody for tuning in. I apologise for announcing this stream so late. I was supposed to be out tonight, but other plans got in the way for the people I was meeting. A friend of mine is literally getting married tomorrow morning, and I'm in his groom's party. But a last minute, what's the word I'm thinking of now? Thing popped up, so I came home. So we were supposed to go out for a meal to toast, his last day as a single man, and then he had to go home and look after his dog. So it happens sometimes, as it happens. But yeah, who's not seen this game played before? There's someone in chat already talking about how they've never seen somebody play this game. So if you've not seen this game, you are in for a fucking treat. We're going to complete the entire game today. The entire game we're complete, but you won't see any of the story, which doesn't matter because the story is hilarious, incomprehensible nonsense. I'm just going to announce I'm going live on Twitter. Be an opening trick to advertise. There we go. Here's the weekly Vengeance stream. I'll stop streaming when people stop tuning in. If people stop tuning in, I'll go do something else. It's that simple. It really is. But the story is incomprehensible nonsense, which is amazing because it means it's a Metal Gear game, but difficulty, we're going to go for hard mode today. We're going to fly through as Mr. Vengeance. Doesn't matter. Who cares? Raiden's in Africa, it's fine. Like, who fucking wants some? Dun, 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 dun. Who's going to be first? There we go, first victim in the playthrough. Done. Just cut him right on the fucking Swede. You ankles. I like how he's like, this isn't over. You just saw me cut off your ankles in 1/4 of a second. It is definitely over. Like, what do you do when Amanda starts doing this? And then to imagine witnessing it and thinking, I can get that guy. Alright, let's go. Yes, that was a sword headshot. So I'd like everyone in chat, if you've not played this game before, just keep in mind how long I've been playing. It's about 45 seconds a minute, right? A minute of playtime. Boss fight. And the boss fight is the enemy from the first game in which Raiden appears. So, within 1 minute of play, beat Metal Gear Ray. Oh, I fucking hate that your attack comes out sometimes instead of the block. Because Ray's technically above you, so when you put the buttons in a block, Ray sometimes doesn't. Oh, it's annoying. Come on. Come on, Ray. Look at you screaming. It's like he's fighting a robot dinosaur. He's gonna fight this dinosaur. Alright, Ray, anything you wanna go again? Oh no! What you got, Ray? I will do. Oh shit! They did. They swapped out the hydraulic cutter for a very good plasma cannon. Done. Slash, slash. There we go. Just play noughts and crosses. So, Ray got one hit in, and I'm going to consider that not even to be a decent, clean hit. Because I was trying to block it, it just didn't work. Damn! Nope. Aim for the ankles. Always aim for the ankles. Robots hate having their ankles slashed apart. This is known. This is stealth. It's technically stealth if no one, like, is around to tell them that you were there. If there's no one left, that counts as stealth. Like, Raiden as well, very stealthy. Even though he weighs like 300 pounds, he's like made of fucking metal. Like, you could see like Metal Gear Ray being a T-Rex. Fuck it, work the eyes. Come on, Ray. Done. Easy. That's one. So Ray's nearly dead. Need one new hit. He's going to do it, innit? He's going to keep running away. Like Ray the Cowardly Dinosaur. Done, there we go. So that's Metal Gear Ray defeated. It does say it's on 0.1% health, but it is defeated. Okay. Yeah! And there's the screenshot everyone's seen. Yeah! We've been playing the game for 2 minutes. Already beating the giant dinosaur. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Done! Yeah! Screenshots the video game. Horasho. Yeah! I give that an A. Not a bad rank. Do. So the president of this unnamed African nation has been kidnapped. It doesn't matter. Spoilers, he doesn't make it past the next 5 minutes. Backpedaling enemies are one of the worst tropes in video games, especially in action games. I've recently been playing through God of War 2018 again, in anticipation of Ragnarok getting released sometime this year, and I forgot how fucking annoying it is to fight the Revenant enemy. You know that enemy that constantly teleports backwards every single time you try and land a clean hit on them and do nothing but spam projectiles that poison you. And I went, wow, this enemy better not make it into the next game. Yeah. Oh no. Look who wants to go again. How many times do I have to teach you, old man? Rawr. I love it. It rolls like a dinosaur. It's great. I love this series because, like, we're going to make the dinosaur, or the robot, roll like a dinosaur. Oh, scary. So, rule number 2. There we go. It always does that to start with, and then it tries to attack. Parry it. Just slash up its face. Oh, no. Oh, Ray. Oh, Ray. No, Ray. Bam! And that doesn't do any extra damage, but sometimes you just got to do it to him. I am ready. Yeah, that's right. Like, how good would Raiden be on, like, YouTube doing those, like, bottle cutting videos? Like, he'd be a pro at them, wouldn't he? Like, do we all remember them? Like, those bottle cutting videos, like, just overweight people, like, cutting bottles of water in half with samurai swords. Nope. Like, it's so sad. Like, that initial fight against Ray, it does have a chance. It can land a few lucky hits on you. This part of the fight, Ray does not have a chance. It literally can't do anything to stop you. It's basically just like free XP. Let's let the missiles go. Like, the missiles are just so pathetic. There we go. And that's just Chun-Li at death. Your old lightning legs. Literally lightning legs. Ready to go, Ray? I'm so sorry, Metal Gear Ray. You're a really cool enemy type. It's a really fun enemy. Oh, rolls an H, kicks in again. Oh, yeah. So I'm dancing off the back of a endless wave of missiles in robo high heels. Just one clean slash. It looks cooler. So that's something worth pointing out. Raiden does all of this in high heels. Like, he ascribes to the old adage of doing everything the other person does backwards in high heels and still getting no credit for it. Because you still have people saying Raiden's not cool, despite the fact he has done so much more than even, like, if you just consider Solid and Naked Snake to be the same basic character and Venom Snake, he's still done more of them than all of them combined in high heels. Yeah! Fuck it up. And the thing about as well, 6-inch stiletto pumps. And it makes it better as well, because everything below there on Raiden is a robot part, and it's all customized to his exact specifications. That means Raiden insisted upon having the 6-inch stiletto heels on his robot body. And he does use them during combat. So that's the first mission done. I got hit once. It's kind of annoying. It annoys me that Ray hit me that one time. But if you look when Raiden does this combo, look, he does put the sword in his like little stiletto pumps. So it does have tactical function. Whee! Bayonetta versus Raiden. Bayonetta's ridiculous. Bayonetta fights God. Like, Bayonetta fights a being of unfathomable power that she then punches into the sun itself. Like, Raiden's ridiculous, but he doesn't fight anything on par with the shit Bayonetta's got to deal with. Ugh! So this is that classic trope of the unwinnable boss fight, so you just let Jetstream Sam hit you. Whee! Not half bad. So yeah, Bayonetta versus Raiden will not be a fair fight for Raiden. If Raiden could land one clean hit, maybe, because Bayonetta is 100% human and Raiden can cut through anything with his sword. The problem is that would you ever land a hit on Bayonetta? Like, keep in mind, like, there are sections in that game where she fights during a rainstorm or while debris is falling, and she completes the fight in like 1/4 of a second. And like, technically Raiden can do that with Ripper mode, like it slows down time and all that good stuff. Oh yeah, my arm's gone now. Raiden's not bleeding, that's just cyborg juice. But he has lost his eye, which was a human part of him that was left. So yeah, I guess like Raiden can slow down time with like blade mode and stuff. But I think even then, just the power of like Wicked Weave or Madama Butterfly is just completely unbeatable. I think in the death battle, let's bring like Dante in, and Dante is just like his own level of stupid. Because like there's a section, I think it's in Devil May Cry 3, where Dante gets cut in half, but his healing factor is so good that he completely heals before the swords even finish passing through his body. Like, he and Virgil cut each other in half. Skip. So now we like super cool Robo Raiden. Oh no, we got a suit. I don't want to wear this suit. We saved that for when we got like dual Armstrong at the end. Just do my combo. Yeah, my katas. Can't have that. We're going to put like his regular robot body on for a bit. Yeah, she threw God into the sun. And the fact she can fight in space as well. Though technically I don't think Raiden needs to breathe. I'm really unclear if Raiden needs to breathe, quote unquote, considering he's like fueled entirely by electrolytes. You know, I'll go for just regular Raiden. Or we can go for like standard Raiden. Pretend. Like bog standard Raiden. And then his main weapon, we'll just use his regular HF blade. Maybe Armor Breaker. Armor Breaker's quite fun. It looks cool. We'll run around with Armor Breaker for a bit. Bayonetta. Oh, Death Battle did Bayonetta versus Dante, and Dante wins. Because Dante's healing factor is so insane. He is virtually unbeatable to anything but a godlike being, like his brother. Yeah! Look at this. Just give this cat a trench coat and it's fucking done. Like, where's the cat DLC? Oh. Why would they not leave the stealth camo on? So let's see how quick this fight lasts. Done. And here's the best part of the entire game, the tactical spine steal. And one thing, like, this game is practically flawless in terms of it being like just a character action game that is an absolute fucking blast from start to finish. One thing I will criticize is that Raiden has a bunch of dumb quotes when he does that. Like, just then he shouts bullseye, but they're not tuned loud enough. Like, Raiden's voice lines are not mixed loud enough to hear in combat. And let's see if we can actually change the voice lines up a little bit. It's like, can we turn music and sound effects down and keep the voice up? Because the music's still good and you guys should still be able to hear it, but I'm hoping if we do that, because Raiden has a bunch of stupid voice lines, so it's like, bullseye or get off! I get that name. And they're all fucking brilliant. So we'll try and just tune the music down just a tad, which I don't like doing. So the music's great. So Boris. So we are now in like made-up-istan to look for an oil refiner that's been taken over by a terrorist, and the terrorist is in love with a robot lady who looks like a robotic Rihanna. I am not making any of that up. Yeah, I'll get them. Try and flank them. How about I just do this instead and go, whoa! How many backflips? Count them. Bullseye! You can hear it. It's so dumb. So how is the sound for everybody?
Excellent, Ryder.
Excellent. People can hear the sound. They can hear the sound effects. They can hear my voice, yes. My voice sounds good. Yeah, I'm good. Jump. Jump. You. Top of the head. Just a little off the top. Oh, you know what's going to happen. He's got no clue. Just a little off the top. I fucking love doing that. And then... yeah! Fuck yeah! Get him. Get him. Done. No chance. So it is a stealth game. So I could have just ran in there and just like cut them all to ribbons, but all you can do it is a stealth. You're safe. Yeah, to be fair, I think he's telling the truth there. I wouldn't forget this man flying from the heavens, cutting people holding me at gunpoint to ribbons, and then just hearing him go, bullseye! Yeah, here's a trend or a theme you'll notice throughout the game. There is the theme of lightning bolts, because Raiden's nickname is Mr. Lightning Bolt. Raiden, his code name, I believe means Thunder God, which is why you have like Raiden in Mortal Kombat. And I don't like how Raiden in Mortal Kombat is pronounced Raiden, but it's actually supposed to be pronounced Raiden. But there are two video game characters called Raiden and Raiden. It's spelt the same, but the Mortal Kombat pronunciation is different, and we have had, when we've been doing fact theme videos and stuff in the past, people have corrected us on our pronunciation of it. Even though I'm like saying the actual pronunciation it's supposed to be, it's that they mispronounced it in those early games and films. But whatever. That'll do. Oh, you want some now. Give me that, that's mine. Thank you. Just what chance do they actually have? There is like nothing they can do about that. No damage. S rank.
Very good, Ryder. Now, keep heading for refinery.
I love how in games sometimes, like even if like your performance wasn't great, they're still basically forced to give you the best rank because no one saw you. Or you took no damage. It's like even if like you weren't great at comboing the enemy, the fact they took no damage, or that you took no damage, means like well, there's not really any like thing else they can. Oh god, no! The say Watanabe stomp. No. There we go. Spin on him. I'm so scared. Like when my Metal Gear's like the Gecko start doing the say Watanabe stomp. Oh no, it's spinning on me. Like this guy, this guy, this guy. Dodge. Shit! Oh, give me that. Full health. Oh! So I made a terrible mistake there, and that mistake is people with rocket launchers were left alive. Never leave people with rocket launchers alive. Because they will just shoot you while you're trying to combo everybody else. I'm so... oh my god, that's so far in the sky. And the Gecko's right there. No escape. It loves it, look. No. Ugh. I hate that. So I got hit there because the camera flips all the way around, and the way blocks work in this game is it's directional. You have to press light attack, and then the direction that the enemy is attacking from. But if the camera flips all the way around, sometimes it doesn't work. Like there, look, because it's kicking me from the side. And I'm not sure why this is like... There we go. So the block comes out there. It's like, for some reason then, just the attack was coming out from the side. That was very confusing for a moment. Oh my god, the dodge. That'll do. That was very confusing. So that's like a thing that can happen in this game quite a lot of. Those enemies, more than any other, sometimes just take an absolute age to kill. Now, they inexplicitly sometimes just take a long time to kill because they just keep jumping backwards. And they have that jump attack from above, which sometimes, like due to hitboxes, you get crossed up by it. And a cross up, if people don't know, is like in fighting games, like when people do jumping attacks. In a game where you've got to hold back to block, because the ambiguous hitbox of some jump attacks will allow them to hit you either from the back or the front, and it's unclear which direction to block in. That's what happens with that enemy type sometimes, where they'll be above you and you'll think, oh, I'll aim it forward, but technically the hitbox is behind you. Oh, greetings, let's fight this thing. It's all very annoying, but it's fine. Oh yeah, he is Wolf. Ow! Let's go. Fight the wolf. Fight the wolf of Blade. Like, what the fuck do you mean re-engage it? Are you really bad at this, Blade Wolf? Please. He has got the best quotes though, let's just be honest. Like, the fucking Blade Pupper has the best quotes in the game. When he's like, I will obliterate your consciousness, and you're like, yes, Blade Wolf. Ugh. Oh no! That was multiple strikes, Blade Wolf. Fuck yeah. Bam, 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 bam. Just the chainsaw pupper. I love Blade Wolf. Ow! He loves it, look. He gets so hype. Let's bring him in. Come on, lads. What you got? Oh, he's going to sting. 1, 2. And that guy somehow managed to survive, and I'll get him 2 as well. I'll have that. Bam! Woo! You ready, Blade Wolf? Fuck you! Is this all the human mind is capable of, as he says? Fuck yeah. You obliterate my what? I'm sorry, Blade Wolf, I can't hear you. You're getting styled too fucking hard. I'm styling you just too hard, Mr. Blade Wolf. You gonna save a line? No, he's not. Okay. I'm waiting for like the I will obliterate your consciousness line, which is my favourite fucking line of his. It's a proper knockdown drag out brawl. It's great. Fuck yeah, it's impressive. I think it is. Drop kick. Do it. Bring him in. The fact that he's like, help me. Let's do this. Oh, it's doing it. I love this attack. This is like the best roll you can get on their AI, because this attack, if you mash hard enough, puts them into the point where they can be instantly killed. So that's like the absolute best scenario for getting attacked by that enemy type. They do that, you mash, you automatically get the quick counter. Yeah! Singing along to his own theme song. In my head, that's what Blade Wolf's doing in that moment. He's getting a hype to his own theme song. So it's a shame we don't get to hear many of the lyrics in Blade Wolf's song. No, I won't. There we go, Blade Wolf's dead. Out of respect for Blade Wolf, though. There we go. Just cut the end of his tail off. I'm pretty sure he can recover from that. So we should be able to rebuild them Blade Wolf. Oh. You know what? I'll bet he's fine. He's probably fine. I'll take that, thank you. This game was requested so much. Why would there be a there's not really much to say about Revengeance. Like, what could we possibly make a video about? Yeah! I don't care. No stealth. I'll just combo the absolute living fuck out of this guy. Like I'm using a sword called Armor Breaker and they're attacking me with a shield. That really didn't do much, did it? That did not do a lot, let's be honest. That's my favourite bit, like, you can see them try and block and Raiden just goes, whoop! It's actually kind of hilarious. Like, they'll hold up their sword to block and Raiden's like, pathetic. Well, that's wrong. It's one of the few opportunities we have for a death here. Yeah, we died. So, just randomly there, the debris can get in your way. And there's nothing you can do about it. Just sometimes the debris gets in your way. The easiest way to avoid that is to run on the right-hand side here. Or I guess like Raiden's left-hand side, but you run on this side here. But every now and again, the debris will just fall too quickly. And Raiden won't run properly. But there's nothing you can do about that. Just every now and again it happens. And there we go. So that's one of the few times in the game we'll probably die. Just there, not really anything that can be done to avoid it. It's just luck of the draw if you get a bad traffic out pattern. Raiden probably can't swim now. He is made entirely of metal. This is one of the more annoying fights in the game as well. It's just an enemy that runs away. And we'll try and shoot it with a missile. Actually, no, I'm going to try and shoot it because I've still taken no damage. If it hits me with any sort of damage, I'll just shoot it with a missile. Otherwise, I'm going to try and go for the S rank finish on it. There we go. That should be an S rank finish. Woo! Because every now and again if you're fighting and if they hit you with like a missile or a stray shot, that counts as damage and you don't get perfect S rank, but again, not really much you can do about that when the enemy's whole thing is just shooting you from every conceivable direction. I'll take that. Give me that. Oh, I'll have another one. I will get all three, nice one. It's not often you get like 2 free things, is it? And again, I'm going to try and avoid any damage by running, because if you ninja run, you don't get to take damage from bullets, but they can shoot you while you're comboing other enemies, which is super frustrating. I'm going to try my best not to take any damage. I think I got him. Perfect. Okay, and we're 2 for 2. 2 for 2 on saving civilians. Yeah, go Raiden, go. Ooh, a rocket launcher, I'll take that. Just lying here in some guy's boat. Yes.
Most likely it will perhaps you see any why not, you know, most use it.
Yeah, I'll on it.
Get that hand right.
I'll go get the hand. I don't often get it, but you know what, just for this one. Just so we can get this really hilarious stealth kill. And they had no idea. Thank you. Still not taking any damage. Very important that we maintain that. I need this guy's left hand. I'll take that, thank you. I wonder who spotted me. Because someone spotted me, but those guys all got stealth killed. And then, just because I can. So I didn't even need to kill those dudes. I'll take that, thank you. Oh, there we go, taken 0.5% damage, which means I can't get an S rank. Incredibly frustrating. Right, if you're gonna make like get an S rank dependent on not getting any damage done whatsoever, don't give every enemy a machine gun. Just a thought. Do you see that? I'm getting shot in the background. Yeah! Perfect Zandatsu. Take those limbs. No, you stop that right fucking now. Thank you. That feels like a good one, but because I took damage, A. And you'll see as well the damage I took was one guy kicked me and another person hit me with one bullet. I think that was a pretty good performance. Not S rank performance, but not bad. Ooh, can we do it? Can we get some more stealth? I reckon we can. Fucking two, right? Ah, damn it. He was just looking the right way. It's, again, that's one of those things, every now and again, like, that guy can be facing a couple of different directions. If he's facing towards you, there's not really much you can do about it. The speedruns of this game are horribly boring, because all they are is people running in through set paths. There's almost no freedom or creativity to them. It's you run this one path, you stealth kill every enemy. You never Zandatsu, because Zandatsuing takes too long. And every boss fight is just this attack, because it's the attack that does the most damage. So every fight in the game is just the same move spammed over and over again, and every run through a level is the same critical path. They're not fun. I guess some people like those kind of speedruns, but for me, it's I'd rather see a game played or the game's mechanics used to their like theoretical like maximum, as opposed to someone abusing the mechanics to not have to play the game. It's like the difference between like a Super Metroid speedrun and I'm trying to think what would be or like a glitch, like glitchless or like a glitch speedrun in Super Metroid and then just a regular one. Where a glitched one is just you like teleport through the walls and stuff like that. No, I saw you. Give him try. I'll give him props for trying. I'm going to take his mate's spine right in front of him. Let him know that I just stole the precious Gatorade contained in his mate's spine. Let's do this. Anime. No, I was almost like no damage. Whatever. Yeah. Nope. Because that's a fight against two helicopters, and I'm not doing that. The Devil May Cry speedruns I find really boring because, again, the fun of a Devil May Cry game, the draw for me, is the creativity and freedom offered by combat. And speedruns generally require you to do the most efficient damaging thing, not necessarily the most stylish or coolest thing. And in Devil May Cry, all the different games have a different, more damaging thing that you can do. So it's just spamming that one attack over and over again. Oh, Citizen Snips subscribing, and they bought the game. S ranking everything is a nightmare. There's a lot of resetting involved. Encounters like this where you'll just get like shot in the back and it's like, okay, that's not an S rank. Redo it. If there was ever a game that was like crying out for a boss rush mode, it's this one. Just to let you refight the bosses. No, we're gonna do it. We're gonna anime. We're just in the air. Oh, he thought he was safe by hiding inside the box. There is no safety. Now, where's the 4K remaster of this bastard? Like, we're all waiting for it. There is a boss rush? I can't remember there being a boss rush. And where's the boss rush mode? I feel like something I would have spotted at some point. Look at these little geckos, like they're taking so many attacks. How strong do they build these things? They build these things stronger than regular enemy types. And the base enemies you fight are not as strong as those little geckos. Or the dwarf geckos. Woo! Now let's be honest, this is way more suspicious. Oh, the Konami code. Never had a go. I never thought of that. I see him.
Part of factory security, no doubt, but the enemy may be using it.
I'm in. Oh, what a dodge. What a terrible... Oh no, he spotted me! I was about to say, what a terrible shitty security camera. Is this it? One guy? Really? One guy? That's what you choose to send in? Okay. Slash. I love that. What an amazing combat roll. One, two, come on. Go, 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 go. Ah, fuck! Still got him. Oh, for fuck's rocket launcher enemies can fuck right off. They are the worst. And it's weird as well because Platinum Games figured out how to stop those enemy types being annoying, and yet in this Platinum game they don't use that mechanic. And basically, how it works is if an enemy's not on screen, it can't shoot you. Enemies that aren't on screen do not have the AI scripting to attack. Which sounds kind of stupid, but if you think about it, it makes games like Bayonetta so much easier. Because the way you can cheese Bayonetta is to go stand in a corner and maneuver your camera so like your camera faces the wall like this. So you can't see anything, and then every enemy out of frame will refuse to attack you until it can enter your peripheral. And that's like an earlier Platinum game, and they didn't put it into this one. It's very confusing, because that system works really well. And it stops you from feeling overwhelmed, or you don't get that feeling of like annoyance when you get hit by an enemy off screen, because the enemies off screen can't attack you. And then they put it back in this game. Either way, let's fight Robo Rihanna. Oh, look at that squat! Fucking distraught. Yeah. You know, that's an S rank disappeared there. Not because Mistral hit me, but because the ads hit me from behind. Kind of a shame, eh? So my S rank's gone. Because the dwarf gecko hit me. Oh no, this feels rough. This feels like unfair for Mistral. Like, what chance does she have, look? She can't get out the corner. Like, the dwarf geckos are trying to help. Oh, she backflips out. You keep trying. I think I'm doing really well. fuck her up. Just gonna go for the... Oh no, my ankles. Whatever will I do? Slash. Work the pole ride and show her how it's done. And then, okay, just this jump as well. Just the fact that Raiden does like a full 45-foot long jump. And he never does it again. Look at me, just like such a fucking boss. And that animation that she does as well is fucking incredible, and you never see it. Because she's so far away, but what she does is she surrounds herself in dwarf geckos, and then explodes out of them because she just wants the arms. Yeah, so one of the reasons I've got Armor Breaker equipped as well is because this sword isn't as strong, so we should be able to see more of the boss fights. So the sword I normally use is so strong that even the bosses don't stand a chance against you, even on the harder modes. So I've deliberately equipped a weaker sword that'll allow us to see more of their attacks. So if you've watched me do a playthrough before, I'm like, it's taking you a lot longer to beat some of these enemies. It's like, that's why. Like, the Armor Breaker's just not as strong because its effect is supposedly stronger, but it's really not. The Stun Blade still stays winning. But he does let us see just more of these enemy attacks, which is always a welcome when the enemy attacks look so fucking good. Yeah. What? Look at that, double whips. My build in Elden Ring, let's go. Give the whips a riposte, you fucking cowards. This is a game where they put like 45 different swords in, but 4 whips. Wah! Robo Dominatrix, let's go. Oh shit, no, okay, she's pissed. Like when she starts screaming, just die, die, die! You do not want to mess with her. I fucking hate that. There needs to be a version of this fight where you don't have dwarf geckos chasing you. They are infuriating. And as well, they infinitely spawn. So even if you try and take them out, they still get you. I just want to fight. Oh, there's like more back, look. Go away. Fuck you. They're so annoying. Like, they ruined this fight. I'm not even... Like, they are the worst part of this fight. Oh my god. Oh my god, no. She's like... She's stuck in between 2 walls. Whew. Mistral. She is on a tear today. Oh, fuck off. No, she's behind me. So what's gonna... I can imagine like one of the dwarf geckos gonna get me. I can feel it. Fuck him. Just get the hell off me. Oh, she's so cool. Just strip attack versus strip attack. Just Raiden doing his like fucking lightning legs versus just the pole. The shaft. Yeah. Oh, thank god. So I have like lost an untold amount of revengeance runs to one of those dwarf geckos grabbing me and then Mistral kills you. The beam. Fuck off. Like more, like you don't even get like a split second to fight her without them. Oh, the backhand. The backhand of a fucking god. Bye, Mistral. You would be one of the best fights in the game if it wasn't for the ads. I have to cut a face up. Oh, we left the booty intact. I get that big. Yeah, the Mistral fight, I feel, would be a lot more fun and a lot more memorable if not for the Dwarf Geckos. They turn what would be a really fun one-on-one fight into just an arduous slog on any mode harder than normal. Because they're just Dwarf Geckos just never stop spawning. Am I doing anything more than 10 push-ups? That's good. Can't remember like how many I can do in a row anymore. Because I always do like 5 sets of 10. I wake up every morning and do 5 sets of 10 push-ups and sit-ups, squats, curls, and tricep dips. Armor breaker. So I'm going to put a few into strength just because it feels like just altogether it's a tad too weak. But I'll put 2 into strength just to keep it at 2. But I'll put everything else up to maximum. Because we want maximum absorption, we want maximum energy. Let's turn up his armor breaking cap. And I want to turn it up to maximum. If you turn it up to maximum, it's basically a 20% chance. But that fight against Mistral taught me there, like, if I can't kill things like Dwarf Geckos very quickly, there's fights that are going to be a nightmare. So I'll take it up a little bit. Let's tune the sword up just a tad, but not all the way. Let's go for red. If we're going to run around the sewers, we'll put the red. Squats are the hardest. Yeah, I'm really bad at squats. Because I always do them on my toes, and I have to like physically stop myself from doing squats on my toes. Because they're like, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's one of those things where bad form doesn't really do much to you until you try and use bad form with a lot of weight. So it's just a good rule of thumb to have decent form even if you're doing lightweight. Just so in case you do heavyweight, you won't fuck yourself up. So I made my sword its absorption and energy, which means it will use less energy in blade mode and absorb more from each hit. But I only put its strength up by 2 points, just because not being able to kill the Dwarf Geckos quickly was a fun annihilator. If it's still too weak, because the only thing is, once you've tuned a weapon up, you can't tune it back down. And I wish there was an option to tune a sword back down, or like reset it, just to give yourself a challenge for like challenge runs, or when you go back and play on easy for fun or something. Because while it is fun to go through a game with like be absolutely mad overpowered, it'd be nice to go through with like say Armor Breaker as a weak one on normal mode. How do you forget about the sewer level? The sewer level's like the entire game. You spend like so long in here. There we go, and that's why we're not tuning up Armor Breaker too much. Because he does that. And UGs are technically all armor. So did that pop come through on the microphone? Just to check. Did that pop come through on the microphone, or did you guys just see it go very dark very quickly? You heard it. Okay, so to explain what I have here in the background of shots. I better turn this off actually. We have these lights here. These are the soft lights we have in the Fiend officers. I brought one back to record at home, and the light bulb's popped, and that's fair. Okay, so the light bulb itself hasn't exploded, but it has popped. So you folks at home will have to give me a second while I turn the lights on, because I think I have a spare one of these knocking about, because the light bulbs in them are only guaranteed for like a couple thousand hours, and if you think about how many hours of Fiend we've recorded, these things have lasted a good couple of years, so everyone give me a second. So I brought in the light from my bedroom, and that doesn't seem to be doing anything, so yeah. It's a slightly warmer light, so you know it's helpful for skin tone, but I guess I'll have to try and track down another light bulb for one of those, because they're only guaranteed for a couple thousand hours. Which sounds weird, like only a couple thousand hours, but if you think hundreds and hundreds upon hundreds of hours of recording and streaming, it did quite a good job. And I'm glad that it didn't explode, it just, like, that it burned out. 23 push-ups, that's good. Honestly, I wouldn't know how many push-ups I'd be able to do in a row. Now think about it. I think like my limit's about like 25. Oh, fuck this thing. What does it do? Like 25 good ones. Like Do I know the 30-40 cheating ones, but no one likes the cheating ones? Oh! How? How? How did that thing spot me? Oh. Yeah, so as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by an explosion. The armor breaker is, I say it's not as good as Stun Blade. The Stun Blade is still the best sword in the game, besides the Ninja Blade, because it has a 20% chance to stun any enemy upon hit when it's when you connect with any single strike. So every strike is a 20% chance to stun, which is where you get those like Y and B button prompts to insta-kill. The armor breaker, on the other hand, gets a 20% chance to negate all armor. So on UGs, like the Mastiffs, that's an instant kill because they're entirely armored. But on things like human enemies, like especially the ones with like the swords, it can break their armor, but it doesn't stop them from attacking. It definitely doesn't stun them. But I will say overall the Stun Blade is better. And it's better for your ranking as well because those the little what are they now? I guess the contextual attacks you get, the quick time event attacks, give you more points, so it's better to get like an S rank and stuff. Oh, there we go. So we're dealing with the dwarf geckos a lot easier because they were taking like a good like 10-15 hits, weren't they? Which you just don't want. Yeah. Slash. Yeah, so Armor Breaker is probably, I'd say it's the weaker sword. Like, it's an interesting gimmick. But against things like Grads, for example, it'll take off like the one part of their armor at a time, as opposed to the Stun Blade, which just gives you the option to instantly kill them. Then again, though, it is really funny to do that. Like, you don't get the quick time event, but that is really fucking funny. Ooh, getting comboed, getting air comboed. No, leave me alone, leave me alone. Yes. Oh, perfect cut. I love when you cut them like exactly in half. Like, it's super satisfying. Oh, thank you. I love you, Armor Breaker. That's two cheat ones, eh? It's Arnold Schwarzenegger himself has said, like, in regards to like people doing like the cheating, when you put all your weight into like a curl or something like that, he went, bar still went up. Yeah, you cheated, bar still went up. And if Arnold Schwarzenegger says that, what's he gonna go for in it? It's like, the arm still went up. Or the bar still went up. If you did all of them like that, that's probably a bad thing, because you're using bad form. If like the very last one is done with poor form, it's understandable, because that's what, like, you know, fatigue is. Yeah! I'm not going to make it easy for people to flush their fucking toilet when I'm done with all this. Take that, infrastructure. Destroy all Mexican infrastructure. Support your game. I didn't think it was support. It's more just like, I'm of the mind that, oh my god, that looks amazing. There's really one of the more frustrating things of like, I don't work out as religiously as I used to because I just simply don't have the time, and like, I'm just not about the life of, oh yeah, the drop kick. Oh, just like, as well, I can just like shove my hand like to the wrist up its arse. And the demoralizing aspect of like being as strong as I used to be and then not doing that. Well, I still like, exercise every day. And there's nothing more frustrating than people try and exercise and seeing people give them shit for it. It's like, well, they're trying their best. They're trying to improve themselves. And there are people out there who don't do that, whether it's physically, mentally, or emotionally. Those are the people you should make fun of. Yeah. So I apologise for anyone new tuning in who would think, wow, Karl looks a bit red today. He looks more red than he normally does on stream. It's because My light exploded. And my lighting just detonated live on stream. Let's wait, let's hide. I love this thing. It looks so fucking cool. It's a horrible enemy type, but I love the way it looks. Like a water spider. Or a Wartle strider. Whoever's watched the Tuxedo knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, give me that. Shh. Oh shit! Got spotted. I hate the flamethrower. I hate the flamethrower. The flamethrower is so threatening. Yeah! Fuck that one off. So I'm going to hide here because it's going to spawn right here. I'm going to watch it spawn. Oh no, it spawned over there. Got it. Here it comes. Ah, I'm coming. I'm going to get... How? How did it spot me? Oh god! Just the Beyblade of death. No one wants to fight the Mexican sewer Beyblade. Like, that's a fight no one wants to, like, challenge. Like the Mexican sewer Beyblade, man. Get it trending. Whoop! Nah, man, I'm proper annoyed that my light popped. And I know I have, like, other lighting in my house somewhere. Oh. So there's always a guy in here. Last action hero. No. No. There can be no mercy. Shit. I'm just a box. I'm just a box. I'm safe inside the box. Nothing suspicious about this very suspicious looking box. Fuck you. I'm in. Ugh. This game is very satisfying. It's super satisfying to play. There's a reason I've played it on stream for like 4 or 5 months now. Because I've just not found another game that's as fun to play. And that I can play as easily, for lack of a better word. Sometimes I do struggle on the harder modes or against like certain bosses if you get like bad patterns and stuff. But there's just not been a game yet that I found that I can just play and not have to worry about it while still talking. And it's like visually interesting, there's a lot of fun stuff in it, and there's memes about it as well. So it's like, so far it's been just the game to play. Yeah. We're moving in. Man, there must be a way to get more light. I'm pretty sure I've got like a ring light somewhere, but I don't know where it is. So I thought, oh, I don't need ring light anymore. I've got like, you know, professional studio lighting. Apparently studio lighting explodes. Although, to be fair, I could probably turn up the brightness on my TVs. Not the TVs, the monitors I have. That one's at maximum. I could probably turn the brightness up on here. So having slightly brighter monitors might help as well. You. That one. I don't care if I get spotted as long as that guy died. Oh, that stealth ops were your specialty. What the fuck are you doing, Kevin? Just sat at home watching me do all the work. Oh, I got it. Yeah, it's on offer. Fuck him. Ow. Leave me alone. Oh yeah, it brought his friend. Yeah, he's got friends. Now it's a party. Now it's a party. Let's go. I can do it. Yes! Give me the soda. Just monster energy. Ah, man. Why would you get made fun of when you're working out? You're trying to improve your body. You're trying to live longer. So that room's full of brains. A lot of brain, like child brains. And Raiden gets really mad about it because for some reason, Raiden, the former child soldier, doesn't like the idea of children being kidnapped and having their brains forcibly inserted into cyborgs to fight on the front lines of warfare. And the game is hilarious because all of the bad guys spend virtually the entire game talking about, well, you say that we're bad guys, but you're just as bad. And it's like, no, I'm not. It's like, oh, how can you truly call yourself, like, superior to us if you're cutting people in half? It's like, well, as long as I don't kidnap children, remove their brains and force them inside robot bodies, I think I'll still always have that moral high ground. It's like, do you know when, like, old people, when it's your birthday and they're like, oh, you're catching me up? It's like, well, you'll still always have that, like, 20, 30 years on me. It's like that. It's like, well, right up until the moment I remove a child's brain and put it into a cyborg body, I think I've still got the moral high ground in this conversation. Yay! It's time. Become Orb.
Is it over?
Well, yes.
Those were
Yes, perhaps. Wait, you said?
yeah.
True.
It's time. Become Orb. I would like to become an Orb. So this is a mechanic that's, like, never really gets explored more. They are people. They're cyborgs, not robots. They are humans with cybernetic augmentations, which vary in their complexity and extremity. But they are 100%, these are people. They have human brains, they have emotions, they have feelings, they have wants, needs, and desires, which you find out at one point in the game. It's just that they are all turned off. All their emotions are removed from their body to force them to be compliant. Even still, they're still taking a paycheck from a company that is slicing people, children apart, to put their brains inside robot bodies. So, none of these cyborgs are children, because that's something that gets asked a lot when I do this playthrough. Oh no! Oh, what a villain. Kicking this adorable robot. And I know I hate these things, when I'm controlling it's awesome. So, none of these cyborgs are children, and Raiden comments on that fact saying they do not fight like children, these are adults. Because Raiden, the former child soldier, knows how a child soldier fights. These are hired guns working for the mercenary force that is enabling. I got a D rank. I got kicked once and it gave me a D. The thing that makes it so creepy is that it has human hands. It's like, it's the uncanny valley effect for, like, your extremities. So I might watch this cutscene just so we can see Armstrong in it, because it's really fucking funny, because they don't recognise Armstrong. And he's really obvious who he is. Look how fucking stupid, look at this guy. So what they're doing is they're using the same training program that Raiden underwent in Liberia. Basically, they found a way to digitize his, like, child soldier training, and then they just inject it directly into the brains of kidnapped orphans. Like, how would they not... Look at him! It's so obvious that it's Armstrong. Anyway. Give me Armstrong DLC. I want it. And this is the point in the game where I say, like, because these people are working for the side, like, basically killing children. Like, I'd say, like, can we get, like, you know, a vote on that? Of what do you consider to be worse? Being murdered or, like, being forced to fight, like, forever in a proxy dirty war with your brain implanted into a robotic cybernetic hull, which has no remnants of its humanity left? I'd say in that situation, I'd rather fucking die. And as a result, I do not feel bad about, oh, this completely incapacitated opponent. Fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck him. Right, there's no coming back from that. There's no moral ambiguity in this. And that's why it's so hilarious when you play this game. They try to pretend that there is, like, moral ambiguity to what's going on. It's like, there's really not. Oh, Raiden Soldier Train Deluxe Edition. You know, like, thing as well, imagine if they get all the shit he did after he was a child soldier. Like, imagine that. If it's like, oh, we're going to put in the training program from when he had a fist fight with the president on top of, like, the Capitol building. Or, like, you know, all his sword fighting shit. And they ask as well, like, oh, how do you know? How do you know that these people, like these kids weren't trained, or these aren't the child soldiers that you're fighting? And Raiden says, oh, the way they fight. And you'd know if they did that cartwheel thing that Raiden did in Metal Gear Solid 2, you'd be like, oh no. Yeah. Like, you know, I was a child once. When I was a kid, I'm pretty sure I would not have liked to have my brain removed from the body. As far as I'm aware, a lot of people don't like that. That's a lot of missiles. I will say this is a really cool looking toy. I probably played with this toy as a kid. No! I hate this. I hate this thing. Especially when it gets like, locked into the corner. No! Almost impossible to get an S rank on this thing as well, because that machine gun fire is virtually unavoidable. Yeah! Oh no. Okay, yeah, it's so cool! It's annoying as fuck to fight, but it's a really cool, like, robotic design. It's like a really good, like, variation on... You can see, like, it's a Metal Gear, but it's on a smaller scale. The bipedal walking tank. Like, this is just the Shago Hod crossed with Rex. And it shows how the design will be useful, because it can be both a tank, and it can, like, stand up and fight for intimidation. God, can we just talk about how fucking cool the Shago Hod is? Like, it's a corkscrew tank. I love it. Oh no! It's kind of a shame that this gets the same, like, theme song as Ray. So I guess it is, like, you know, part of that program, but it kind of makes the Ray fight feel less special. That this random enemy that eventually becomes a mini-boss. Like, it becomes just a regular enemy that can spawn in fights. Kind of makes, like, the Ray fight feel less special. And it also makes me wish that there were more fights against Rays. Because I would really like if at the end of the game we had, like, the redo of Metal Gear Solid 2's ending where Raiden fights 30 Metal Gear Rays. And I want to see that with, but it's this Raiden, but you're doing it with, like, the Excelsius arm. Because I believe it is canon, the European extreme difficulty in Metal Gear 2 is the canon ending. So it is canon that Raiden did beat 30 Metal Gear Rays. Because the amount you fight there is based on which difficulty you play on. And I think it's 2 on the very easiest mode and 30 on the hardest. And they talk about Raiden beating 30 of them in other games. So it is canon that Raiden, when he was a human, beat 30 Rays. On his own. Like, what a man. He beat 30. Like, which technically means Raiden has taken out more Metal Gears than any character in the series. Like, even if you include, like, Solid, Liquid, Solid, Naked, and Venom Snake, all as the same character, Raiden still took out more on his first day. Although I guess, technically, like, the Rays were mass-produced, so they're not as strong. Like, the Rex is still better, because the Rex does beat a Ray in Metal Gear Solid 4, but even still, he beats 30 of them. What do we do? Boop. What a hero. No one cares. So what happens is Raiden cuts a child in half. Don't worry though, he gets better. And it's one of those things where, like, it's cutscene incompetence, I think the name of the trope is, because in gameplay, Raiden can 100% cut around, like, any obstacle, but when he's in the cutscene, he has to cut through the child, even though the guy who's like holding the child at gunpoint has like, they're a clear head taller. You could just cut the guy's head off. But wait, hey. Let's go for blue. And I'll go get myself another drink. I'll be back in a sec, folks. Oh, Raiden does have an A tier now game. Again, it's all tactical. Like, something I mentioned quite a bit is that Raiden, of every video game character to exist, probably has the most excuse for wearing both high heels and having like long fingernails and stuff like that. Because whenever they sexualize a female video game character, they always talk about, oh, well, you know, it's just, you know, they make like some sort of like silly excuse for like, why she's wearing high heels, even though it makes no sense for the character. And then with Raiden, there is an in-canon explanation for why he wears high heels. So there is more justification for this robot wearing high heels than almost any woman in a video game. We'll wear blue. And we'll keep Armor Breaker. I do like Armor Breaker. It's quite fun. The piss room. Ah, man, it goes back to earlier Metal Gear games where you go to the VR room. And they generally have like a specific colour scheme. Done. So this is like probably the most prescient thing in this entire video game, which is it predicts that the police are all bastards, which we always knew, but this game came out in I think 2013, and I mention it every time I play, but if we have new people in, it's always good to get like a different person's perspective on this. Have you ever, some people watching at home, seen a video game where you are presented as in the moral right, and you are allowed and encouraged and rewarded for killing police officers? Right, keep in mind, it's not, and I don't mean like Grand Theft Auto, or a game like that where you can kill the police. I mean a game where the police officer's attack is presented as the morally correct choice for your character to attack the police. Right, you can see, look, he's got police written right on his back, and I can just do this. And I've got like a combat log, and I get bonus points for doing that. Because whenever I ask that, usually someone comes in and mentions a game where you can. It's like, the question isn't can you, the question is it presented as the morally correct choice, and that your character is the one in the right. And that to me is fucking fascinating, because I have never, ever seen that in virtually any form of media. And it's something no one ever talks about in regards to this game. Despite it currently undergoing a critical reanalysis and it being like hot shit and multiple video game YouTubers and essayists and stuff talking about it and why it's good, I've never seen one of them mention the fact that you kill the police and get rewarded for it, and it's presented as a morally correct choice. But speaking of morally correct choice, is this a horny stream or is it not? FF7's Eco-Terror, yes, I mean, so this is an elevated version of the real world. No horn, okay, no horny stream, so you don't get to see that lady's boobies. That is true, you are like fighting against a corrupt power structure, but I mean, like, this is an elevated version of reality, admittedly, but the Metal Gear games are very firmly rooted and entrenched in real world politics. And I think it's like quite a bold choice to like just, no, what, fuck it, the police, cut them in half. Fuck them. Ugh. I've, like I said, never seen anyone talk about that aspect of this game. Look at that cop. Fuck the cop. Ah, the cops. Look at that. Very realistic for a cop as well, because they're hiding and not actually getting stuck in. They're hiding back and like refusing to actually enter the fray. Fuck you. Yeah. Oh. And that is something I do want to get like feedback on, because I ask each time and no one ever comes up with any explanation. Like, especially not a game this popular. And I know this game wasn't popular on release, but it's a Metal Gear game. This is a very popular series. This is like, you know, one of like the most well-regarded series in all of video gaming, and it has that, especially like in front of an American flag. Like, you could get a screenshot in this video game of Raiden cutting a police officer in front of an American flag, and he's the hero. It's fascinating to me. And the less I see people talking about it, the more it annoys me. It's like, why is this not a thing people are commenting on? It's really interesting. And I don't even mean, like, talking about it in the sense of, like, just discussing it. Like, from the point of it being like, yeah, fuck the cops. Like, why are there not, like, weird right-wing assholes, like those kind of YouTubers? Why are they not talking about how it's, like, liberal propaganda? Because you're encouraged to kill the police. How will they not mention it, at least? Because those guys will get annoyed about anything. Like, they complain when, like, a black person's on a poster for a movie that they like. How is this something that flew over their head? Just Cause 4. Isn't Just Cause 4, though, isn't it set in, like, a nondescript South American nation? Isn't that, like, the whole thing about... It's, like, in, like, a made-up South American country, off the top of my head. I'm, like, if I remember correctly, like, the Just Cause series, like, this is a series. I am in America. These are American police officers. This is a real American city. There's an American flag. It's really confusing, like, the fact that no one talks... And I think I might be the first person to notice they'll talk about this, as far as I'm aware. And that's the point, yeah. It's not normally it's the police. Usually, in a game where they want to do that, they'll always use a cipher for the police. Like, look at that, he's got the police list written right there, and it's like, yeah, fuck him up. Bonus points. Zandatsu. Like the game I talk about is like the Spider-Man PS4 game, where they use Silver Sable in lieu of using the police. And then I consider Spider-Man PS4 to be one of the worst aging video games of all time, in terms of how quickly its core message of the police are always right and will do no wrong aged. Like, that aged so fucking poorly, to the point where, like, the game that came out like 2 years later had to directly address the fact that, oh no, the police are like fucking arseholes. Because, like, how will they ever going to make, like, a Miles Morales game and, like, have him be like, the original Spider-Man be like, yeah, the police are awesome, they're the real heroes. Can't imagine a character with Miles' background is going to think that, even though his dad's a fucking cop. Give me that. Just to the wrist. And I will give, like, this chat some props, because I think the last time I streamed this game and mentioned that, there was a guy who said, I shit you not, I don't think there's any politics in this game. As I'm, like, there, cutting the police into ribbons on, like, working on behalf of, like, a paramilitary organisation. Yeah! To the wrist. Mine. The final boss of this game is the American, is a Republican. And I don't think they ever outright say that Armstrong's a Republican. He's a fucking Republican. And it's hilarious.
Right. What's your status?
They trashed my car. I'll have to go the rest of the way on foot. Look,
Look at that, the police fucked my car up.
Say you just, doctor.
You won't.
And your
Variant road.
You do. They.
Yeah, thanks, Boris.
I'll do. I do not.
Okay, so, is it still a non-horny stream? Let me know in chat. Are we still non-horny? Or are people like, is Summit twitching? No horn? Okay. Like, Shadow Guy's on the fucking trigger with that one. He wants to see no boobies. Yeah! I will say, the World Marshal, props on having their own branded, like, sodas. That side's done. They've got their own branded soda. Boop. Like, when can I get, like, Fiend branded soda? Let's do it. Oh my god, Ryder, no. Just stinger in. Like, can you imagine, like, folks at home, like, what'd you do? You go to the office and you ask someone for a coffee and he just stingers towards the fucking kitchen. That'd be terrifying. Just watching a man stinger towards the kitchen. And that's why dwarf geckos suck ass. All they do is... They are an enemy type that exists purely to make fighting other enemy types more annoying. They are they, them. Okay, I'll make a note of that. You are in chat a lot. I do try to use they, them as much as I can, but, you know, we're not all above our own biases. We're all learning. So I apologise. And that right there is exactly what you do. It's really easy to just say, oh, I fucked up, I'm sorry, I didn't know. The amount of content creators I've seen get mad at that. And when someone just says, oh, this I prefer to be referred to in this manner, and they get annoyed about it. And it makes it even funnier when, like, they go by, like, buttfart69 on fucking, like, YouTube, and they get annoyed. And you know what? Speaking of, like, you know, pronouns, this is a video game, or a series, and a character who explicitly gets annoyed on screen about people misgendering them. Because Raiden has a very atypical look for a male character, which is by design. I'll talk about that in a second, but he has, like, you know, the long blonde hair. And at multiple times in Metal Gear Solid 2, a character calls him a girl. They mistake him for a woman because he has long, flowing hair and androgynous features, and he actively gets annoyed about it. Like, there are points in the game where I think it's he encounters like some guy he's got to rescue, and the first thing that the guy does is he grabs Raiden's balls, and Raiden gets really annoyed, and like, what the fuck are you doing? Gives him that look, and he goes, oh, you're a man? And Raiden's really annoyed about it. And if people wonder why does Raiden look the way he does, it's because, and this we can give a lesson to the guys out there right now of following the release of like Metal Gear Solid 1, they did a quiz because they found out that while that game was popular, not a lot of women were playing the game. And they decided, well, okay, what kind of characters would women want to play as? So they did a big quiz of women, and they asked them, do you like the character Solid Snake? And the near universal response from women, not all women, but a lot of women, was that they don't like Metal Gear, they don't like Solid Snake. And that was confusing to the developers, because, like, you know, they were mostly men, or near entirely men, I think, at that time. Because they were like, well, Solid Snake is so cool, how can women not like him? And the response was like, he's too gruff, he smokes, like, he doesn't look very pretty. So what they did is they took that feedback and they created the character of Raiden, based on that feedback, which was that women would like to play as an androgynous character, who was, like, you know, well kempt and in better shape. And that's why, like, Raiden is super buff, has the long hair and the androgynous features. And it's one of those just hilarious things from, like, media where every single time I've told that story on, like, a stream or a video or something, we'll always get a man, it's never a woman, but a man will say that's not true. Because they refuse to believe that women like something other than huge buff dudes with a beard. It's like, some women like that, but some women like androgynous men. And those women fucking love Raiden. And if you ever doubt that, just go look at any tweet by BTS and see how many women like those guys.
We should be airborne in just a few minutes.
That is why they gave him the booty S. It's why they gave him, like, a nice big round ass, a really tight form-fitting outfit. Some eye candy for the ladies. So every time you see, like, men complain about the design of Raiden, like, well, it's because the game wasn't for you. That design is for women, and I think it's hilarious, like, that men's reaction to that is not, oh, that's cool. It's, like, vitriolic anger, and they will, like pettishly, like, just act like petulant children that something's not for them. But then you look at, like, any design that is, like, clearly designed for the male gaze, when that's criticised, like, oh, we'll just get over it. Like, just get over it, it's not a big deal. Like, men like looking at tits, what's the problem? It's like, well, how come... but they complained when Raiden was in the game. It's the exact same thing. Bam! But I like that about Raiden. And then as well, obviously, because just Raiden's character is so stupid. Like, he might be one of, like, the... Oh my god, I'm sliding so fast. He's, like, the most fucked up character in this series. Like, he does not get a break, ever. There's like, that's not particularly a fact theme video. I think that's what we mentioned in a fact theme video. And we did one about Thane Krios from Mass Effect. And that's the same concept there, where they did a big query of women and asked them, what kind of character do you want? Because none of them were romancing the male character in Mass Effect 1. And the number one thing they got back from was, we want a sensitive, stylish man who has confidence and is attractive. And for some reason, the male developers were confused by the idea that women like stylish, confident men. They also like Gareth as well. Well, that's because he's confident and cool. But that's one of those things I always keep in mind, and I implore people to keep in mind. If you're out there, so you know what? It's guys. Implore guys to keep in mind. If you're out there trying to attract a woman, that most women just want to date a clean-cut, like, guy who's groomed and stylish and confident. Like all that thing about women only liking arseholes is just not true. And even if, like, it would be true, the person you think is an arsehole, the reason the woman's likely attracted to them is not because they're an arsehole, it's because they have some other trait that you can't appreciate because you don't see it as attractive. Oh, this guy's glowing, but no. BAM! Give me that! I think it made quite a big difference then, because a lot of women played Mass Effect 1. It's just that a lot of women sent to play. So the game was played by a lot of women, but they sent a lot of emails to the studio, largely complaining that they couldn't romance Garrus. A lot of women were annoyed that they couldn't romance Garrus, because they found Garrus to be one of the most attractive characters in the game. So in response, they were like, okay, we need to develop more characters that women are attracted to, because we want women to play this game. We want lots of romance options for those too. Because I think in Mass Effect 1, the two options you have to romance as a female shepherd is like Kaiden Alenko and Liara. So boring milquetoast white dude and sexy female blue lady. And one of the bits of feedback they got about Liara is Liara's a good character, but she's not an attractive character to a lot of women, because she's clearly designed for the male gaze, being like a very like curvy, stereotypically pretty character. Which, you know, some women like, but there's also women who like other body types and things of that nature. And that's a fun thing. There's nothing better in video games than like representing as many people as possible. It's great. You know, it takes all sorts. Like, not everyone's attracted to the same thing, and just having that explored is fascinating to me. And also the thing that's equally as fascinating is that when you tell men that, they get annoyed about the idea, because they seem to be convinced that, no, they know what women actually like. And if you ask them, so has any woman ever told you that? It's like, no, but guys on Reddit have. It's like, well, what the fuck would they know? Oh, you saw that? Riding with a fucking Sonic soap shoes. Like, just grinding that fucking rail. Let's fight this fucking helicopter. Like, this is the most America game ever. I'm fighting this helicopter on top of, like, a skyscraper in America. Take this, helicopter. Yeah, America. No damage. Good character, yeah. Urbosa is a fantastic character. And again, it's an atypical design for a female character. It's why I like Overwatch. Has a lot of stuff like that. Oh god, that guy's dead. I'm gonna reset because I don't want like, I've got like 3 for 3 so far in rescuing everybody. Where I think it's is it Zarya? Is Zarya the big Russian pink-haired lady in Overwatch? I'll wait for confirmation of that before I tell like the little factoid about it. Did they get that guy? Yeah, they killed him. Okay. Yeah, okay, Zarya. So, initially, Zarya was basically the same body type as Tracer and Widowmaker and all those characters. And they basically, I think it was they internally, when they were showing those designs to like focus groups of women, the women complained, like, why does every woman have the exact same body type? Like, why are they all curvaceous? And so that's the thing, like, they have different backstories and looks, but they all have essentially the same body type. And the developers, rather than getting annoyed about it, went, hang on, you've got a point there. this is like there's like 6 different body types represented on the men, but every woman has the same one. We should put a different looking woman in the game because not every woman looks the same. So they've made Zarya huge and buff. And that's all you've got to do. That's all they thought. It's just, oh, for fuck's sake, I want to rescue this guy now. And that's how it happened, because all they did is they realised, yeah, the men in the game have like multiple different body types, but the women all have the same one. Same story with May, yes. May had the same body type. I think, actually, no, it's May that they changed, because May was originally curvaceous and slim, and then they added Zarya as a new character, and specifically gave her an atypical body type for a woman, which is like huge and buff. So that's incorrect. You've got me there. That is right. Yes, it's May that they changed to be slightly curvier and have a bit more meat on her bones, and it's Zarya is the new character they invented with that in mind, making her muscular. Really? Fuck it. If I just slash them all as quickly as possible. Gimme. So maybe if I just like kill them all before the smoke dissipates, I'll get away with this. Off the edge. There we go. So someone back on the streets from a rough fucking day. Did he survive? Yes, he did. Go me. The train fight you're meant to lose, yes. You can't beat the train fight. You can still survive for a long time. Abby and Last of Us. Yeah, that's another one. I think there is like an interview with, I don't know who's in charge, I think it's Druckmann, where they saw the initial complaints to Abby being too muscular for a woman, so they made her even bigger. Like, they physically made her more muscular because men were complaining they wanted to annoy them. And I still think that's one of the funniest things, because I remember a lot of the discourse, like, how could she get so buff during the apocalypse? So, and this is like one of those industry rumours, they changed it so that, to show that Abby literally lives in the gym. Because if you've not played Last of Us 2, the character Abby, very muscular, female character, to compete with John, who's like a physically powerful man. And they have a moment where she wakes up in her bedroom, and her bedroom is literally in the gym. She lives in the gym. And there's still men online like, there's no way she'd get that buff. It's like, she lives in the gym! So if anything, it's like Joel being so buff doesn't make sense, because he doesn't have the, specific workout equipment. Like, he'd be naturally quite brawny and wiry, because that's like, you know, he'd have like the, I think slow twitch muscles, whatever it is, that you develop when you, like, you know, do repetitive physical action. He'd be like built like a builder or something like that. He wouldn't be built like a bodybuilder, because that requires specific muscle movements. That's one of those industry. I do know that they made her more muscular to annoy those men, but the thing about her living in a gym is just, I heard that they changed that because it was funny. Sneak up on it. Bam! In the dark. You'll never know. Abby is so, but she is. She's a great character as well. Like, she's my favourite character to play in that game. And to explain it, like, they have her literally live in a gym. Like, she wakes up and you see that she lives in the gym, and then men are still like, how is she so buff though? 1% damage. Oh, to the wrist. Oh no, all the way in. Oh, all the way to the fucking gooch. You all saw that. Also, I think I got a message, so let's just answer that dead quick. Ah, yes. Oh yes, just get checking. It's about tomorrow, about the wedding. Busy day. Thanks. See you tomorrow. Perfect. There they are. Look. It's so there's no way to stealth this. Just those will always spot you. Slash slash slash. Oh, Ryder. Look at him go. Force palm. He loves it. It's Cobra striking all these motherfuckers. No. Leave me alone.
There is a a maintenance shaft up ahead. Use it to return to the surface.
Okay. What first? Stab! Well, our Raiden has to do the spin all the way around. Like, he just spins all the way around, and that's so fucking funny to me. Like, he doesn't need to do that, but he does because he knows. He knows he needs to style effectively. Ah! Let's go. Just giant combat encounter. Just no. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. This Mastiff will fuck me up if it gets like a clean hit. If this thing gets a grab, I'm done. Dodge. Do not let it hit me. No. No. It's so fucking threatening. Slash the other arm. That'll do. I think it stood a chance. See? That felt like I did really well. I'll never understand video games. Oh, Blade Wolf. Look at Blade Wolf's new drip. Loves it. Mash. So that's where Blade Wolf just like reveals he also has a flamethrower. Because he burns Raiden so fucking hard. No. Slash. No, run away. I do not want to get hit by the missiles. Done. So every now and again you can get a lucky hit and just kill that thing. Yeah! Take that, copper. Can I make art about the last shield first? You don't need to ask to make artwork about anything we do. No. Artwork is transformative. If you want to draw me as like a furry or naked, maybe ask and the answer will always be no. You're just going to do fan art, like there's no need to ask permission for that. Slash. I know. I will. I'm not gonna. Little off the top. Little off the top. Little off the top. Done. That's a fun area to stealth. Because you can, like, the AI is, like, sometimes so easy to manipulate. Thunderbolt Cafe. So we're going to try and do something else that's, like, a stealth bit here. Oh, for fuck's sake. So you can get that guy there, and just, like, the enemy does not like it. The AI hates that you do it. Oh, that one, and that one. 2 for me. Oh. Oh, that one too. Oh. Doing backflips on stairs. This man's confident. Confidence incarnate. Doing backflips on stairs. If you ever see someone do a backflip on like concrete stairs, you know it's a fucking badass. Like Blade Wolf, you don't need to go that hard dunking on this thing. Is there like a real dog has more intellect than this robot with a gun? No damage. Yeah, I've got a lot of no damage runs this. It's been a pretty solid run so far. Whoop. Whoop. No. No.
Jetstream Sam.
He's gonna walk like a badass. Yes. He was cutting children's brains out. It feels pretty justified. I'd rather you didn't draw me naked at all. Because you won't get it right. You won't know where my tattoos are. Like that Denver. Yeah, well known for its wine. The Denver wine scene. Is Denver known for its wine? Come here, look. Have you ever seen where it's the cops being like, oh god, no, it's awful, I'm being forced to do this? It's like, no, fuck them. Because this scene will be a lot more powerful if the police didn't have rocket launchers and fire them in a public area. So the point of this scene is to make you realise, oh wow, these guys aren't choosing to do this, like, you know, they've had their emotions stripped away from them, which again is a pretty on-point thing about the police of like, they've been trained to be dehumanised by the nature of their job. But the fact this one has a rocket launcher completely removes any sort of nuance to the scene. S rank. Got an S rank killing those police officers. Take that, police officers. You got S ranked. You got S rank. How shit are you? How shit have you got to be to get S ranked? Like, can you imagine, like, if you got fucking murked in a fist fight or something like that, and after it was over, someone just comes up and just throws down a piece of paper with like S rank on it, and you got your ass beat that hard, the person got an S rank. The tactical heals. The tactical heals, he puts the hilt of the blade in them. You'll see at the hilt of Raiden's blade specifically has a slot in it like that. That is so he can tactically insert it into his heals so he can breakdance. Raiden's heals make sense. One of the few characters in video gaming to have heals that make sense. Even if you look, he has like a knife on the back of his heels specifically so that he can use kicks and swiping kicks as a form of attack. Just fighting in an unorthodox way will allow you to get the drop on your opponent. And here's just me walking to like, oh, it's going to be me after the wedding tomorrow. I'm having a couple of beers tonight, but not too much, not going too crazy, but tomorrow's like a wedding. And it's like one of my oldest, dearest friends is getting married, and he's been like, with this girl he's going to be dating for like 10, 15 years, and all of our friends from university are coming. So it's just going to be the next night, like, no. Why did I pay £16 for tequila shots in a hotel? It's similar to Grey Fox, where he got fucked up, but he got a lot more fucked up than you expected. Like, Grey Fox was just heavily injured, and he wore the cybernetic suit to repair his damaged body. Raiden has everything below his bottom jaw, or everything below his top jaw excised, save for his spinal column. So Raiden has no human parts left. The only human parts are the parts that have skin. So everything else is a robotic prosthesis. And the thing that's the real shame for Raiden is that he canonically has a massive penis. So in Metal Gear Solid 2, there's a section of the game where Raiden has his clothes stripped off and you have to run around naked. And it's very, very, very funny. And there is a part where you can hide or remove your alert by strapping yourself into a torture machine where Raiden's junk is tastefully covered by like the straw of a soda can or something like that. And if you can lure guards in at that point, one of them will just look wistfully at Raiden's penis and say, wish I had one like that. Oh, edgy the hedgy. He's even red and black, look. So I always ask, are we skipping the meme speech or not? Are we watching the speech about memes? Are we skipping it? Do you folks want to learn about memes? People want to learn about memes? We're learning about memes today. Watch it, okay? You can learn about some memes. Like, just listen to like fucking Reddit the guy. Free will is a myth. Blah, 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 blah. I subscribe to our atheism. It's like that legendary hard drive article, and they've had some fucking phenomenal, like, dunks in the last couple of years. But one of the best ones is like, politics are ruining video games, says person who's actually ruining video games. And just like track down that article and read it, and it is just such a withering takedown of that guy. And it has a line in it like, on his daily scroll of female content creators who he downvotes and tells to go fuck himself, in between going on YouTube videos where he says that David Cage didn't do anything wrong.
It spared you the burden of all the lives you took. Absorb
Fuck you, I'm just gonna look at the cat.
enjoy it.
Oh no! So the cat must have appeared earlier.
That is until the illusion was broken.
Listen to him. Listen to him chatting shit. Fuck you.
Don't be ashamed. It's only nature running its course.
It's like someone just needs to edit like Monsoon to have like Jordan Peterson's face. It's like using big words and flowery language does not mean you're smart.
You can die with a clear conscience. You're right.
Fuck him up, Raiden. Download the memes. Oh no.
I knew something was off. After the Patriots, I thought I could walk off the battlefield and into a normal life.
Spoilers as well.
But here I am.
If you look like that, you can't walk into a normal
arguing
life.
philosophy with terrorists. I told myself this was about justice, about protecting the weak.
It's like you've not got a bottom jaw, Raiden. You are never going to have a normal conversation ever again.
Admit it.
Although they do like give him like a fake body that looks kind of passable as human. So he does allow him. He can technically live a normal life, but he doesn't have a penis.
My family. They helped me forget the devil inside. But who am I kidding?
Oh yeah.
Born to kill.
Looking at his own reflection. Oh, that's like some high school film student levels of symbolism right there. Punching a oh no, the broken reflection. Oh, what could it possibly represent?
You? But you. All this is a wake-up call to what I really...
Well, I will say, go watch Moon Knight, because I think Moon Knight is probably the best show that's handled that concept of the reflections meaning a different aspect of the character. It's really, really well handled. Oh no. Turn off my cringe inhibitors. Let me feel the cringe. Just the unfiltered cringe.
Turn off my pain inhibitors.
Do it.
This is madness.
No.
Do it.
Do it now, please.
All right.
Just pure cringe. Just oh no. Oh, sorting Reddit by new. Oh. What do I do? He had white blood in MGS4. Now he has different blood. The white blood in MGS4 was like nanomachine infused white blood cells. This is like a new and improved version that just looks like blood. So it looks cool. It also lets him be red.
My nature.
Oh, he's so edgy.
Lost your mind.
Oh, oh, the edge. There he is, look, using his like tactical high heels. Get fucked. Get fucked. I love as well how Monsoon has all that, but he couldn't get grenade pouches that matched his outfit. So they built in this like $1 billion robot body, but didn't give him a grenade pouch that matched his outfit. It's like, come on. This man's all about branding. Yeah, okay.
You're the boss. I misjudged you.
I like as he outranks Jetstream Sam, despite the fact Jetstream Sam's better than all of them. Like, he could beat all of them.
Nasty.
That laugh is so hilariously bad.
Love so much. Want to know how I got it? Actually, why don't I give you a demonstration?
Jack the Ripper. So he got it from the battlefield where he was a child soldier.
It's time for Jack to let her
Yeah! Let's turn it up, folks. Yeah, the edge! Let's get the edge to... We need more edge. Oh, let's get that shit turned up. get the fucking edge on to get the go. Ugh. Fuck you, is it my best? Yeah, death approaches you. I know where you'll come from, Monsoon. You're so predictable. As Geese Howell would say, predictable. 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 God, Geese Howard's so fucking cool. I love that he has like that move that can counter fucking anything. He's Geese Howard. No. Oh, look at this, the slowdown! So fucking good. Do it. Air combo. No, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you! You do not get to do that. Don't ever touch me. Nothing gives you that right. Come on. Yeah! That's the thing, you can, but Raiden can take it a lot more. Raiden feels all of this. So, something I want people to keep in mind is that for the rest of the game, Raiden never turns his pain inhibitors back on. So he feels every single hit from this point on. So from this point on, Raiden can feel every time he gets hit. And in canon, Raiden never gets hit. So the only time he ever actually does get hit is in cutscenes. Everything else, he never gets hit by any opponent, except for in cutscenes. But there's one cutscene where Raiden gets all the way fucked up. Just keep that in mind. Just because, just keep it like all topped up. And Monsoon's voice actor is so fucking cool. Sorry, Monsoon, not today. You don't get to show off your cool mechanic. No. Just look, it looks so good. Look like the slowdown. What you got? Come on, Monsoon. Predictable. 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 Yeah, it does. You. Your life bar's not looking great, Monsoon. Let's be honest here, mate. Let's do some 360s, like the world's first non-skateboard 900. Utopia of death! Let's do this. Fuck your Utopia of death. What else you got? Nature's Force. Alright, so that's 5 helicopters. Can I beat 5 helicopters? 1, 2, 3, 4. Did it 4 slashes. 4 slashes, 5 helicopters, done. No, you haven't. It's really hard to believe that you've won when you've currently got like a fucking target on your forehead. Nope. Not today, Monsoon. We've not made good time, so we can't show off your cool attacks. We fucking up this time. We watched the cutscene. That's the choice. No one knows that that's the choice, but the choice is when I do the Monsoon fight. Either if we watch the the meme speech, we don't show off his dumb mechanic as a boss fight. Because to do both takes just like, it adds 25 minutes to the playthrough, which is not ideal. So we'll see Raiden do the world's first 360. You ready? Whoop. So I believe that's caused by the frame rate being too fast. Oh, play the lyrics! Yeah! I love that they send his hand. Oh, his hand! His hand! Just the edge. So that's something that's maybe I don't make clear, but it's either meme speech or like fighting without the use of electromagnetic grenades. Which, for anyone who plays the game, is how you circumvent his second form, where he gets like powered up and you can't hit him. You can either throw an electromagnetic grenade at him or parry any attack. But parries against him are quite difficult, just due to the fact he has so many attacks in a row. Like, when your health's on 24%, I wouldn't be chatting as much shit as Monsoon's doing. Well, let's be honest here. What you got? What you got? Let's go. Done. Like, poor guy doesn't have a fucking chance. Sorry, Monsoon. Like, you're a good boss fight. It's a really fucking fun boss fight. So you do that. If you do that, you get the same effect you would have used in like a magic grenade. And he teaches you that. You can do that against him as well. You can use red phosphorus on Monsoon, and he doesn't like it. Yeah. There we go. So that's Monsoon defeated. 10% is when you get into his next phase. Done. Do you enjoy Monsoon? Let's turn the volume down. Actually, no. We get the guitar solo first. Yes! And he's not said my favourite line. He's just like, left hand rule, Jack. Do a 180. Oh, 180 Zandatsu. You know that's worth a shit ton of Tony Hawks. So ladies, here's just a pro tip. If you're ever out, and some guy whips the shaft out, what do you do? And this is like confirmation that Monsoon is a huge fucking masochist, because he whips his shaft out, and he's like, look at how impressive it is. What will you do? And Raiden responds by stepping on it in high heels. Just bam, 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 bam. So much sexual tension between these two characters. Fuck you. No safe words here. 360, yes. My favourite Xbox brand. Oh, I'm gonna go for a bathroom break while you folks listen to just Monsoon give me shit.
Kill. Or be killed.
Don't be ashamed. It's only nature running its course. Your means end here.
No. I passed one. To you. Sure as the sun will rise. The slaughter will continue. Now, I return to the earth. Wind blows. Rain falls. The strong prey on the weak. All is as it should be.
Raiden?
I'm fine, Kevin. Relax. I'll get the brains. I don't want this for anyone else.
Oh yeah. There we go. So it's worth pointing out as well, that's the only time in this game so far, besides the first mission where Jetstream Sam kicks your ass, that Raiden has taken a hit. Throughout the rest of the game, he does not get hit once. That's what that's supposed to represent. So we sneak into Desperado's headquarters, we might as well wear the body. We'll try and sneak in just a little bit. And something they don't actually tell you about this robotic body that we're about to wear is that the Desperado's body actually makes it a little bit harder to see Raiden. So it makes it slightly easier to stealth through some sections. Which makes sense because at a glance you are wearing the same outfit that they are. You've got the same colour scheme as their outfits. And they don't tell you that. It's just one of those like passive effects this armor has.
The brains are in the server room undergoing training. Knock yourself out. Go nuts.
I'm gonna rescue those brains. No! Let me go fuck yourself. I'll do what I want. So the last time I did this, I got the legendary for Zandatsu. The quadruple Zandatsu. So let's see if we can top that. Let's try and lure all these enemies into one big group. Come on. I got a quadruple Zandatsu. Oh, fuck's sake. Come on. So every time I like run to one, like the other one pulls a gun out. So I need to get like equidistant from them all. There we go. Perfect. Come on. Right, let's try and get a quadruple Zandatsu. No. Okay, so that guy's pulled a fucking gun out, so fuck you. Get a triple. There we go. That was really annoying. Every time I ran to the other one pulled the gun out. Give me that. Thank you. I've now unlocked Ripper mode as well. I will endeavour to not use Ripper mode. Because Ripper mode just makes the game too easy. It's ridiculously strong. And one of the things it does is give you a like 10 to 15% chance to just instantly kill every enemy. So. It's one of those things, it's not even balanced properly. So. Something like Devil Trigger is balanced, but Ripper mode is not balanced at all.
Time to make your way up there.
Like, Ripper mode is stupidly powerful, so I'll endeavour not to use it just because it makes the fight unfun otherwise. Like, I would fly through the game, no problem with it.
Should have expected, I suppose.
Probably. Thanks, Blade Wolf. You can always count on Blade Wolf. Such a bro.
Ooh, splendid idea. By all means, yes. It seems the guards are storming the building.
Oh no.
Get back to the entrance. Buy me some time to get this elevator operational.
They'll never spot me. They'll never find me. I think I did this once, and there was legitimately a guy in chat who got mad that I was hiding, even though they'd watch me like beat Monsoon and just slaughter like 3 entire levels worth of enemies. I just do it because it's funny. It's like you're hiding. It's like the enemy is not hard to fight. Like they are base enemies with machine guns. They're not difficult. Like a guy legitimately got mad and was complaining like, "You're hiding from the enemy." It's like, yeah, 'cause it's funny. Oh no, my box! So I'll get a second one. There we go. Just hide inside my box. Let's make it. Come on. I know it opens up in a sec. No, my box!
Wunderbar. My hack was a success.
Please let me in. Yeah!
For security purposes, the building is divided into upper and the lower.
So that
you need
let me so
Alright.
you will need an
So you can stealth this next section, or you can go ham. Are we stealthing it or are we going ham?
Use your enhanced AR to search for any unusual heat sources inside the
I'll wait for the first answer. Stealth or ham? Go ham, let's go. So just run through and alert every enemy. Hey.
There should be an electrical panel nearby.
Hey. Hey.
No choice now.
Hey. Is that all of them? No, there's one more up here. Hey. Right, let's go. The point blank rocket launcher shot is amazing. Give me that. Mine. Ripper mode. And I'll use Ripper mode here just to show it off. It's like a combat encounter where you're like fucked without it. So just watch how like ridiculous Ripper mode is. Oh, okay. This enemy parries everything. That's kind of annoying. Ordinarily it works, but like that enemy just parries everything. So even if you're doing damage, it doesn't matter. She's kind of annoying. Oh yeah, World Marshal. Yeah! Steal the World Marshal Coca-Cola. Easy.
Steel alloy bonded by a high frequency electrical current. It should unlock once the power has been cut.
Yep. The power supply in there.
Good. One down, two to go.
Yep, there's one over here.
There should be
Once you do the third one, and then another enemy spawns.
Excellent. Just one more. Keep on coming.
Yeah. So it just spawns more enemies, so. Even though they had no way to know that was in here, they know that I'm in here. Ow. I love how this like the hunter of this world, that they fight in a pair, and when one's destroyed, he gets mad. And third and final one's through here. Take that bookcase and that desk.
Use your enhanced. Yes, that should take care of security. Now, head back to the gate.
There's just a big guy with a hammer in here. Oh, I hate how I dodged into that. Do it. Do it. Do it. Swing. Oh, he's scared, look. He's scared. He knows what's about to happen. See, it feels a lot better. It feels a lot better that I killed him in self-defense instead of when he was cowering. And you can stealth that entire section. And if you do, you get a special enemy encounter where a new enemy type, or not a new enemy type, but a new enemy that's not normally encountered in that section turns up, and they have one of the left arms that you need to get to unlock the armor breaker. So the only way to get like all of the left arm data for the armor breaker is to do that section and stealth it. The blue stuff, that's electrolytes. Ryder needs his electrolytes. He's a very, very thirsty boy. He does a lot of strenuous physical exercise, so it requires constant replenishment of his electrolytes. Slide. What a pro.
Nice of them to blow open the door for me, yeah?
Idiots.
Idiots.
Just because. You don't need to do that, but I want full health. And he's right there. Nope. Never need to fight another one of you again. It's the only way. Just never stop slashing. Just never stop. Do not let them have a chance. The grad. I hate it. I hate how that's the only enemy type that does that. No other enemy type has the ability to like block your attacks outright. Let's go, grad. How did I just get spotted there? What spotted me? Nope. No armor for you. I'm waiting.
Sliders in the area.
Get the slider.
They could be put to use.
Yeah! I failed to see how that's the one that gives me the boost.
Keep climbing.
So keep in mind, folks, this was always an option. It was always an option for Raiden to just run up the building.
Good, Raiden. Yes.
There was always the opportunity to just run straight up. Dos vidania. I get that S rank.
Right away's up now, yeah? Almost there. I have just... You should... A jet attack.
Mash like a madman. Yay! Oh yeah, let's go to the Japanese garden. Oh, the Weeb Central! So it might not surprise you to learn that Monsoon is the Weeb, Armstrong is not. Armstrong is not a Weeb. He like in the Jetstream Sam DLC, he fucking hates this area. Monsoon loves it. So of course the guy is obsessed with like memes and honor. And just waxes poetic about like culture and philosophy as if he knows what he's talking about. He's also a huge fucking weeb. Like, so he's just Reddit the guy, so of course he's obsessed with like Japan. But obsessed it in a really superficial way, which I think is quite I'm not sure if that's deliberate, but it's very funny that the character who is like really bad at philosophizing and he's just wrong about everything also appreciates Japan on a purely superficial level. Give me that. I want my fucking Gatorade. Oh, to the wrist. I'll take that, thank you. The pagoda. Who's next? You. Done. Who's next? Fucking nobody, that's who. What's the sword? This is the armor breaker. It's not fully upgraded to give us a little bit more of a challenge. So the only sword I've got is not fully upgraded. It's just like, I give it 2 upgrades to strength, then full upgrades to absorption and energy, but then only 1 upgrade to its, well, I think 1 or 2 to the armor breaking capabilities, because if you have full armor breaking capabilities, it is broken as fuck against a certain subset of enemies you fight.
The catwalk above you was connected to a corridor meant for transporting materials. You can take that to the elevator.
This one. This guy. Fuck this guy in particular. Ah, how did he spot me? Full health. And I love how even on the very hardest mode, that always gives you full health. Give me that. Perfect. Fuck you. Casually, I'd say a first playthrough, watching all the cutscenes will probably take you about 8 hours. 8 to 10 hours is a good time for a casual playthrough. I normally speed through it in about 4 to 5, depending on how on the ball I am in boss fights. Because boss fights are the real biggest time killer, based on how good a pattern you get. And I think the speed runs like 2 hours.
I seem to have fallen behind.
No,
What
if it
were
were more,
from the use you get after how it
well,
right.
Thanks, Blade Wolf. So here we get double boss fight.
You can reach the server room via the freight elevator just ahead.
And do you know what? Because we've already beaten Mistral, I'll show off the way in which you're able to easily defeat both Mistral and Monsoon. In case anyone's ever wondered, like, man, these fights are tough. How do you do them super easy? Ooh, second hit. Fuck off, man. Ow! That guy swung at me. Like the swing. Yes, Armor Breaker causes the like full just destruction of all their enemy armor. I still prefer the Stun Blade, but because Armor Breaker's not fully upgraded, I thought it'd give me more of a challenge. Specifically for bosses, it allows you to just see more of the boss's phases because you don't fuck them up in like 3 or 4 hits. You have to like properly fight them, which means you see all of their phases, except for Blade Wolf. Even Blade Wolf still didn't get a chance to show off all the cool stuff he can do. There's a bunch of like unique stuff you never see Blade Wolf do because you normally just beat him too easily. Like, he's got like 3 or 4 command grabs. Come on. Enemy! Let's do it. Let's get a triple. 1, 2, 3. 3 spines. 3 spines for Karl. And it is the most powerful attack in the game. Just gonna like throw it out there for people who maybe have not played much. If you get any weapon that has a status effect on it, just do this over and over again. So you'll see there, it hits the most times in a row without having to block or change. So if you just jump, do that, and you've got like the Armor Breaker on or the Stun Blade, chances are the status effect will proc, and you can still block while in the air. So there's no downside to doing that. It's like the fastest way to attack. So one of the quickest ways to proc a status effect from like either a Stun Blade or the Armor Breaker, or if you're in Ripper mode, because Ripper mode also has a status effect of like instant killing. Just jump, slash, drop, jump, slash, jump, slash. It's the quickest way to proc those effects. Because enemies that block your attacks, like these shield enemies, they don't do that against the jump. So for example, you'll see here, look, I can still do the slash, he doesn't get interrupted in the air. If he happens to come up and attack me, if I slash him here, it does nothing. So you just jump and attack. Like, they never programmed in like the enemy being able to parry that. So even enemies that block everything still get hit by it. And it's kind of hilarious. Ah. Yeah, Fenrir. Give me that. Ooh, monster energy. Oh wait, there's one there. Ooh, that was nice. Good combo. Good trade. Fuck you. We'll see. Like, Sundowner's a pretty simple fight anyway, so we can probably show off all the Sundowner. Combat rank B. So we're basically at the end of the game now. After this elevator ride, the game is effectively a boss rush, so. Free spans. I'm playing this on the Xbox One. It's the Xbox 360 version, which with I like how it says it's losing speed because I killed all the dwarf geckos. Done. So it's I think the Xbox One like upscales and up-reses everything. S rank. Hey, not bad. It's not often to get an S rank on that section. Especially with like a weapon that's not fully upgraded.
They are deploying security from the top
They better.
Freight elevators.
They better, because I've been charging Mr. Tackle for a good long while now.
Right through them.
Oh. I hate them. I hate the flying enemies so fucking much. They are my least favourite enemy type in the entire game. Get the fuck off me. Because they just shoot you in the back with a machine gun. Yeah. Done. Alright, so we'll show off the easy way to beat Mistral and Monsoon. Because we have to go fight their robotic, I think, avatars, or like their spare bodies or what have you. So the secret is just the pincers. Like the Mr. Crab's big meaty claws.
Yeah.
Just big fucking meaty ass claws. Look at them. Look at these big meaty claws. Just BAM! Unstoppable. Boop. And I've still not died yet. I died the once against while falling off the bridge. This is the deathless run so far, except for bullshit cutscene death. I don't think I've lost like a an electrolyte, unless someone wants to correct me on that. So the pincers are the most broken OP thing in the entire game. They literally break the rule of the game by giving Raiden super armor, which no other weapon gives him access to. And only one move he has actually lets him do, which is the Stinger. But it effectively has infinite super armor the entire time it's been used, which just lets you just go through every attack. Actually, I think technically it counts as hyper armor, because he gets a reduction on damage as well. Like you take reduced damage. Where it goes through everything. It does mass damage. You'll just see there, like, Mistral's dead. She's on 1% health. She's dead. So next hit kills her. Like, she's only lasted so long because she was blocking. So let's charge this up and we'll show you against Monsoon. There we go. So you fully charge this third attack. This is just, this is like godly. Look at the damage. Like, just a straight like 10%. Just gone. Okay, bye Monsoon. It was a fun fight. Oh yeah, I guess we can show this off. I don't think I've got like the... Do I have an EM grenade? Just to circumvent all this. I have one. Okay, bye Monsoon. Shit! Raiden, you fool. I thought you'd throw it at him. I guess we'll have to do it the old-fashioned way and we've got to counter him. Which is annoying, but I guess now people get to see it. Something I like about these fights is you'll notice they're playing Monsoon's song, but they're playing just the instrumental version. And that's because I'm not fighting Monsoon, I'm fighting just a robot pretending to be Monsoon. So they don't ever play the lyrics because the lyrics are the human part of the song. They're only playing like the instrumental part, the part that is like an object, a machine, to represent the fact that this is just a machine. It has no soul, because that's where the real soul of music comes from, like the lyrics. There's no human aspect to this like remix or this fight. And I love like details like that. It's like it is like film school level of messaging and symbolism, but it's still kind of neat. The fact it exists There we go. So if you get the parry at the end, you just get the free hit. There's only just a select few attacks that I'm able to properly parry. So there we go. Done. And you just see that it took off 40%. It's a great detail. It really is. It's one of those things where it'd fly over your head if you're not like me and you've studied media and all that bollocks. But even if it does, it doesn't matter. It's just the fact they put it in. It's like the detail now. If everyone looks at the minimap in the top right for you guys, I guess. Would it be top right? I'm not sure which, but the minimap. You'll see that the minimap for this stage is shaped like a brain. And that's the kind of, you know what, that's on the nose, but, you know, it's a detail. It's an extra detail they didn't need to put in. But the brain room has the shape of a brain. It has like the left and right hemisphere, and you'll notice that he stands right in the middle. He stands right in the middle of both hemispheres. Some civilians. And this is the thing, he's talking about training child soldiers to kill civilians. And he's going to give them... Yeah. We're going to, like, train these child soldiers to kill people. Fuck you, Skip.
Raiden, get Sundowner.
I will in a sec. There's just something I need to do. There's something we just always do when we do this part. It's become like a tradition on stream right now. So people who've watched this stream before, but you see shit like a brain. Again, it's a silly on the nose detail, but the fact they put it in, it matters to me because they could have just made it like a square. But the brain room being shaped like a brain, and then all the lyrics to all the songs as well are representative of like political strife and personal struggle. But there we go. So you see Monsoon just stood there. So one sec, folks, while I go grab myself another drink. This is normally the time I grab myself another drink. So what we do is we take this. And then we go. That's underneath it, but we need to put it underneath everything else. No, we want to put it over the Elgato. There we go. Ah, okay, so the Elgato needs to be. Put it there. No. Put it on top of the Elgato. I fuck this up. I want to do this properly. And there we go. Come on. Fuck it. You know what I'm trying to do here. There we go. So instead of Monsoon, we try to put SpongeBob where Monsoon is. But I've like fucked him up. I can't figure out a way to like place it and the layers to get it underneath the frame. Would it be like... No. We're not on top of the Elgato, but all that. But either way, you get where I'm trying to go for. Now I'll grab myself a drink. The game is now just entirely boss fights. There is like one battle or one level between the Sundowner fight and the Jetstream Sam fight, but I always skip that because it has nothing interesting or unique in it on its own. So the rest of the game is just all boss fights. So we've got the Sundowner fight, the Jetstream Sam fight, the Excelsius fight, and then the fucking man himself. So you can see it. And this is what, see, did I manage to line this up right? Let's find out, folks. Did I line this up right? So look at SpongeBob. Like, we can look at SpongeBob. Is SpongeBob where Armstrong is? Let's Sundowner. Hey! Oh wait, mate. Oh fuck, no. I just realised I just deleted the frames for the game, fucks. So we bring it back a sec. I just accidentally deleted the frame for the game. Where is it? Frame game. There we go. Done. It might not make a lot. It might not make the biggest difference, but if I turn it on and off, you'll see, folks, where just not having the frame around the edge of the game. To me, it just adds. It makes it look a little bit messier. Just adding that little bit around the edge looks a little bit cleaner. So you'll see around, like, the text, this little outline, black line. It just makes everything look a little bit cleaner. Makes it look a bit more. Makes it stand out a little more. But yes. Let's roll. Let's go beat him. Sundowner! Alright, so we're gonna kill Sundown. Jack! I'm fucking invincible! No, you're fucking not. Fuck you. Ugh. Worth it. I can fucking take it. He's like, I'm fucking invincible. He's really not. Oh no! Ugh. The JoJo. No. There we go. And like it's kind of ironic that Sundowner is most weak against his own attacks. Like his own weapon type is the thing that does the most damage to him. The thing is I can't if I got blade mode. So sorry Sundowner, you're a fun fight. I'm fucking invincible! He's so southern! He says, like, the thing is, he'll still say it even when he has, like, the one shield. Like, look, oh, he got hit by his own missiles, what a loser. So, can we show off his, like, cool phase? So, here's the trick to beating Sundowner. If you never destroy his armor, he never goes to his second phase. And his second phase is actually kind of cool, so we'll try and show it off. And murder his ass! That's a rare voice line, he rarely says that, so... Let's get Sundowner's second phase. Because this is where you get to, like, Rage Sundowner, which is kind of fun. Yeah! Rage Sundowner! Skizzers! Yeah! In two. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to dodge him for a second, see if we can show off the cool thing that he's able to do. So a rare encounter, I guess, or like just rare AI prompts that you get is he'll jump off camera and he'll go pick up one of these giant fucking things off the side and swing it around like a sword, and it's super hype. So I'm going to try and avoid until he does that, and then I'll kill him. See, it's one of those things that people may not realise that Sundowner is even able to do. Here we go. See? You'll see him, he cuts it with his scissors as well, which is what makes it hilarious. And he starts swinging it on you. Look at him! He's so good. Alright, let's just kill him now. If anyone's wondering, like, why do you, like, kill Sundowner in, like, the unfair cheating way, it's because of that helicopter. If that helicopter was not in this encounter, I would not do this. But because the helicopter can shoot you and kill you, and it can cause you to get stun locks, and because Sundowner has a lot of attacks that can kill you. You saw there I lost like 4 of my like 1 revives. It's just not worth it. So I generally just use the cheesing technique on Sundowner. Also, it's kind of funny. It's thematically appropriate that the character who chats the most shit, but is the most cowardly, is the one who gets wrecks the hardest. And by his own weapon as well. He gets killed by his own weapon. Yeah! It would not be a platinum game without a pointless on-rail section. That's not fun, and you can die in. That's the problem with almost every platinum game, is that they have an on-rail section in which you can die. It's usually before one of the hypest moments. Let's do it. I'm fucking invincible! Not anymore. Oh. Ah! Oh, let's get his eyes. There we go. Oh, I cut his eyes in half. That's gotta suck. Just the eyes. It's the very tip of his eyes. It's really not. Look at that. Look at the little jelly bean.
What happens?
Look at the little like leftover jelly bean. Oh, it's so funny. Just die doing the crab.
Yeah, I am.
Hurry.
Right.
I know.
And if it's good.
Just the tiny jelly bean.
The president. He's on his way to Pakistan.
Oh no, they're gonna kill the president. Oh no, no politics in this game.
Hold up. It's not an arc. Mark 7.
That would right.
No politics in this game. The president's gonna get killed to fuel a proxy war. Ass. That's a good combat rating. Just the ass rating. Customize Raiden's body. No, because we skip this level straight away. Because this level has no boss fight. There's no boss fight in this level, so it's not worth playing. Because all that happens is you fight enemies you've already seen and run back through a level you've already seen.
Time you got out of Denver.
Yeah. But I will just use the skizzers to cut this guy in half. There we go. I'll never be done playing Revengeance. I said it at the start of the stream, I'll stop playing Revengeance when people stop watching it. When people stop watching me play Metal Gear Revengeance, I'll stop playing it. As of right now, people are still watching. And then when people stop watching, I'll find another game that is equally as hype, which will be very difficult. So I even tried doing this like Transformers Devastation game, and that game has so much downtime. There are so many missions that are just bad and not fun to play. It has so much like just chaff and filler and bad boss fights, whereas this one is just like the only bad moment is at level 5 because there's no boss fight. And technically the boss fight is Sam, but they know that he's the best part of the game, so they give him his own mission. Look at that. Look at this Metallica album come to life. Whatever, let's fight Sam. Because we always fight Sam legit. We never use the cheating technique against Sam. We always try and have like a legit one-on-one against Sam. By which I mean, run away. Just gets he does not like. Oh my god, that jump. Like Sam with fucking 40-foot vertical jump. He's just a man, just a human. And it's even better because we've got like a sword that's not fully upgraded. Which means this will be a nice long one. Ooh. And Sam has a really neat mechanic where he does have unblockables, but you can only tell if it's an unblockable because his sword glows with the unblockable thing, which makes it kind of hard to notice. And it makes sense, like, well, nothing else Sam does will be unblockable. You can literally block everything else he does, except when he stabs you. So he has like something that looks like a grab when he takes his sword away. And that technically can be countered. Of course he can't grab you, you're Rider. And then the lyrics as well with Sam play the entire time because he's the most human of all the opponents you fight. So the lyrics play the entire... It's like, oh, it's so good. Let's do it. It's like, oh, the swag. Alright, so we're going to show something cool. In this point in the game, Sam learns a new move. Maybe you've never seen it, so let's show it off now. Yeah, the flip. So if you try and do the drop kick on him, he does that. So we're not going to get an S rank for that reason, but it's worth it to show off that cool move. Let's go, Sam. That kick, the kick of a god. Let's see how far Sam can run. Oh! It comes from so far away. Look, it's from so far away. So I just wanted to grab that for the Armstrong fight more than anything. Because you can get like 2 free health drops against Sam. Yeah! Chase me, Sam. Chase. Oh no! He can run from so far. Oh! Oh, that was so good. That was from so far away. Stop messing around and kill him. Maybe the lyrics stop when he has a sword, he's not fighting. Like, the sword is part of him. But they play from the very start of the fight. Every other boss fight, the lyrics don't play until they go into their, like, phase where they start talking shit. And when they start taking the fight seriously. Sam takes the fight seriously from second one. And he's not taking it seriously now. That's why he doesn't have a sword. It's great. I love it. He loves it, like. Oh, the guitar solo! Fuck him up, Raiden. Ugh! Slash. Sip a beer. And you can see the lyrics start to come back in because he's taking it seriously now. Good hit. Good hit, Sam. How can we call you a pretty boy? It's like, how is that an insult? You're a very attractive, handsome man. It's like, thank you? Like, that's an insult somehow? Okay. Ooh, that final one. Good shot, Sam. Good shot. Drop kick. He just jumps from so far away. Like, what a cool character. And yet Armstrong is still the more memorable fight because Armstrong's so fun. He chats more shit. That's the thing, like, Sam's a really good fight because he's fair, but he doesn't chat near enough shit. Ooh, that was nice, Sam. I'll give you that. That's a solid effort. And there we go, we end it now. It's got into 20%. That's the end for Sam, unfortunately. So you put up a good fight, but... Okay. Like how we got stuck against the fence. Even Sam respects, like, the chain link fence. Sorry, Sam. Now, you were a worthy foe. And just put Ripper mode on just to show him what for. Okay, Sam. I thought I got him down to 10%. So 10% is where he goes into, like, the final phase where you kill him. And I fucked it up. It's not the biggest deal, though. Come on, Sam. Come in. Oh, okay. He wants to do the final run. Oh, look at him go. Look at you go, Sam. Sorry, mate. Do it. Do it. Yeah! It's over. He's like, oh no. Oh, yeah, use Ripper mode. Because I thought I was going to get him down to a 10%. It's hard to gauge how much damage this sword does. the only sword I've got that's not fully upgraded. 'Cause a fully upgraded sword would have ended that, and I think that's what I'm going for. But an A, I'll take an A. And showing off all his cool moves that he can do. He has many a cool move. Customize Raiden's cyborg body. Why not? It'd be rude not to want it at this point. It's the final fight, so we have to go. We've got to wear the OG outfit, and I should probably break out. To be fair, it doesn't matter against, like, I'll keep Armor Breaker on. Damage doesn't matter in the Excelsius fight or the Armstrong fight, because you get Sam's sword. Let's go. Skip. Straight in. So now we're in Pakistan. The president's about to get assassinated. We've got to stop it. Let's save America, Raiden. We've got to save America from the Republicans. Which is hilarious that, like, people say this game has no political agenda. It's like, the game's story is you've got to save America from a plot for the Republicans to take it over. It might be the most prescient video game ever fucking made in terms of its message. 1, 2, 3. I respect it. Oh, to the wrist. To the wrist! Damn it.
You see,
Wait, why would
no.
Let me through. Let me through.
Let me.
Let me through.
I don't at least
Let me through.
Right, there is no time to worry about the soldiers. Get to the control tower.
I try not to, but I have to finish this fight. So, guys in rocket launchers always die first. Never let them live first. Do not let guys in rocket launchers live. Four hits. Fuck it, Ripper mode. Perfect. No. No legs for you. Oh, that was clean. Give me that. Yeah, fuck you. Took his spine. I think I did that without alert. Somehow, I did not alert the sliders, which means I can sneak in and try and go for some stealth. Let's try and stealth this last section. Fuck yeah. A little off the top. Let's hide. Come on. We can stealth this. There's a fun way to stealth this. We can jump up, get this guy. Really? Okay. A little off the top. They will literally never see it coming. Ah, okay. I was trying to jump in a big circle. Whatever. That looks so fucking cool. Yeah, fuck you. Oh, okay, that was clean. I like this enemy type for the dodgers. Give me that. I'll take that, thank you. That's my Gatorade. That's my kind of monster in the fridge. Let's do it. Let's charge up my sword. Anime. Anime. Oh, Raiden. To the wrist. Easy. Dodge. And this is the final combat encounter in the entire game. So there is no combat encounters after this section. It's just pure boss rush, so fuck it. Might as well go ham. Into the wall. He's on the stairs. Anime. Anime. No arms for you. No arms or legs for you. Just become the caterpillar. That's rough. These guys not going well. Do you want to get a hit in? Go on. There we go. So something I've not done. I'll probably do it tonight. We'll go for it now. Whee! Oh no! The wolf. My pet wolf. The pet wolf. Where are they? You know where they are. He's underground. Inside the America spider. Dear God, no. Dear God, no. Not America. It's like, oh, run away, Raiden! The America spider's coming. Whoa. Whatever could it be? Oh no. No, America, please. He approaches. Just America is here. It's like, no. Please, dear God. Yeah. Look at this, like, fucking Ninja Zord shit. And here he comes. Greatest enemy of this generation. Best final boss in any video game. Released on the Xbox 360. Well, if it isn't Saucy Jack. Yeah, I remember that line. Checking his watch. I've got enough time to whoop his fucking ass.
As usual. Armstrong. Impressive little toy you've got there.
Little.
But your plan ends here. Idiot. You're not
You dug all the way here from Texas.
You're expanding it. Check the internet lately.
Oh no. Like, that's this game has aged like fine wine because they've got a demagogue Republican presidential candidate who uses memes and the internet to fan the flames of insurrection and war, who uses the phrase "Make America Great Again." Like, it's one of the most prescient pieces of media I've ever consumed. It's so on point.
The story leaked early.
It's like, no, the memes.
Plan is ruined.
The hell it is.
I know Excelsior looks like different. Like, to me, it's just funnier to call it the America Spider, because that sentence is just more. It's like, oh no, there he is. There's Twitter. There's Donald Trump fans. Anything we don't like is Hitler.
And yet American blood was spilled.
By Americans.
Yeah, fuck you.
A few dozen soldiers is tragic, but nothing to start a major war over.
That's just a spark, son.
Listen to this game with no politics in it, as a politician argues with a former child soldier about the nature of warfare and its use of funding the economy.
The memes.
No, not the memes!
Great isms.
Welcome maxims for those with no faith, without guiding
Just the fact that Raiden's like, the memes. And people don't realise that's not a joke. That's a line Raiden actually says. Because if people don't know what memes are, the actual original phrase is it's something that spreads despite that it's an idea that humans willingly spread, as opposed to something that spreads naturally. And the example used is queuing, where on paper, queuing does not make sense. The idea of queuing is something that would not make sense unless humans propagated it as an idea. So the idea of like memes is something that like people willingly share. It doesn't have any ability to be shared itself. And that can be functional for like those internet memes. The only reason they get shared is because people choose to share them. They don't naturally propagate.
And the military costs? Wasting billions is going to
Help the economy.
DMCs, arms manufacturers,
Job creators, Jack. Listen to him.
all those workers spending money, paying taxes. Trust me, a little more can work wonders.
The Make America Great Again quote is a Ronald Reagan thing. I believe it was said by Ronald Reagan, who this speech was parodying. As like, you know, Ronald Reagan being like, you know, just the Republican, like, daddy god. Like, this is what people, like, you think, like, this is what people thought Ronald Reagan was like, but there was literally people doing fan art of Donald Trump looking like this. And it's proof that reality is beyond parody. Because there was literally fan art of Donald Trump as someone as buff and strong as Armstrong. And the whole point is it's supposed to be a piss take, like, this is what, like, Republicans think they look like. They think they would literally stand on the front lines and fight for American values themselves, and they're all huge cowards. Look at him, he's that fucking mad cat shit. So let's fight the America Spider. And something I invite people to do, if you have a chance, is just go read the lyrics to Collective Conscious and then the fight against I don't know the name of the song against Armstrong, but it has to be this way. And it's the two songs are actually a political argument. They're like an ideological argument. 2013. This game predicted all the, and that's the thing. That's why I say it might be the most prescient piece of media ever released, because virtually every part of it has aged like fine fucking wine. Every part of Armstrong's speech is hilarious, in retrospect, given that Donald Trump exists. All the stuff about Raiden fighting and killing the police is amazing in the wake of, like, the Black Lives Matter movement. All the stuff about, like, the internet fueling, like, basically an insurrection or, like, a proxy war. All the stuff about, like, you know, just American jingoism and, like, how you can fool Americans into voting for something that's against their best interests by convincing them that it is, like, what America needs. Like, listen to what Armstrong's saying, like, he's screaming, like, Uncle Sam needs you to die. As he's swinging at you, this, like, and the fact he's fighting you in, like, $1 billion military war machine, while talking about how it's the only way to help the economy, when he could have used that to just buy, like, school meals. It's perfect. It's aged so well. And the fact it's an amazing action game on top of that. And it's why it's baffling to me that there's not been more people talking about how the actual message imparted by it is so on point. Like, the fact that this game caught on because it has funny memes, like, caught on for the fight against Armstrong when you punch him on TikTok. That's what caught on and made this game popular again. Not the fact it's one of the most just, like, on point criticisms of, like, America right now. And the fact that even after it took off, people still don't talk about that aspect of it. It's just, even when you've got, like, YouTubers replaying the game, like, wow, this thing's awesome. All they talk about is, like, the literal surface level stuff they interpret from it. None of them break down the actual stuff happening on screen. And it's baffling. Like, they're people who, like, their living is breaking down and discussing media, and they can't even see through this. It's like, it's the most surface level introduction to these concepts. Also, yes, I've not taken a single point of damage while talking about the politics of just the America Spider. That's how, like, much I've done this boss fight. Oh no! Damn it! I say that and get hit! Fuck you! Damn it, Excelsius! Making me a liar, damn it. No, you won't. Let's go. 69%. Nice. Yeah. Let's fuck it up. Whoa. Slash, 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 slash. He went under the political radar because it's so much more stupid than other Metal Gear games. But and the thing is, its actual points in 2013 were all perfectly valid. It's just that we never anticipated that reality will get to a point where something like a buff US senator fist fighting a child soldier robot on top of the destroyed remnants of a war crime machine would reflect reality. And yet it's like less stupid than reality is right now sometimes. Oh no! Gonna have to breakdance my way out of this one, folks. I can... Oh no! And there again, even just that moment there of Armstrong willingly shooting something trying to help him inside a giant robot, which is clearly a stand-in for the idea of drones and things like that, of, oh, collateral damage in warfare is fine as long as you get your target, even if your target is, like, symbolic, like Raiden is. And again, you can say I'm reading too much into that, but I've got a degree in media theory, so it's kind of my deal to want to do this. And also, yeah, Recon Killer. Sub him with those Bezos books, thank you. So when you hear me doing stuff like breaking shit out of this down, I literally have a degree in like media theory. So that's why I do it, because it's legitimately something I enjoy doing. Because I was told by my dad, he went, oh yeah, son, if you go to university, study something you're interested in. So I did that. And then years later I found out, it was like, well, I thought you'd be a teacher. I went, no, I just wanted to be an academic. And that didn't work out, so I started writing articles on the internet instead. Motherfucker! Yeah! Didn't call the motherfucker by like US Senator. Yeah, if you're in London for a few days, go to Nando's. Defo go Nando's. And my girlfriend's American, and for our first date, I took her to Nando's. She hated it. It was great. Get him. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry, geckos. Full health, thank you. Oh yeah. Let's fight the spider. Slash. Look at that! Fear the wrath of the USA. At least one American senator has like wanked himself to sleep listening to this speech. Now, there are people out there who don't get that Armstrong speech supposed to be fucking parody, and that's hilarious to me, if not a bit terrifying. It's like people who don't get that Bioshock's supposed to be taking the piss out of like libertarianism. Or like Ron Swanson's supposed to be a piss take of libertarians, and they hold him up as like an example of why it works. It's like, even though the only time anything ever succeeds is when he works with the government to create like social programs and stuff. And again, look, the irony. Fight like a man as I'm standing up to this robot, and he's in there in the robot spider. Like, super on point. It's like strongmanning Republicans and politicians talking about how, like, oh, they're cowards for, like, you know, attacking us and committing crimes against our peoples, as they just send robotic drones over there to fight on their behalf. It's so fucking on point. It's so on point. I can't I can't explain how fucking on point this game is as a criticism of America. It's great. I'm from the South. In which case, then, I can't recommend anything from London because I have only been to London about 3 times. I avoid it whenever I can. I do not like London. I'm a northern boy at heart. I don't like how in London pints cost £7 and no one says hello. Bam! So something I always do, I guess I'll commit to it for this stream as well, is if we manage to cut Excelsius into 69 parts, I'll do a shot. So if anyone out there has some alcohol handy and you'd like to do a shot with me, if we can cut Excelsius into 69 parts with the final Zandatsu, I will do one. Yeah, fuck this spider up. Fuck it up. Suplex. Give me that. This is mine now. Give me this fucking sword. Oh, South in Texas. In which case, go London. It's fine. Right, let's fuck up this spider. Sword fight the spider. With a bang! Not on my watch. And here, I always point it out, but for the new people in chat, look, like this is a stupid moment. But it's sold and saved by the fact Raiden changes the shoulder on which he holds this giant robot sword. This single movement, that right there, sells this moment. The fact that, even though it makes no sense he'd be able to do that, the fact that he changes the direction, because he would only get good momentum on a swing holding it the other way, is fucking mwah. Chef's fucking kiss. Fuck you, let's do this. The final Zandatsu. Yes, 21. We're going to try and get to 69, folks. 35, we'll go over here. 39, I'm going to get one more slash across here. 47. There again. Ooh, okay, so we want to get 10, so. 64. Ah, damn it! One away. One away. We get so close. I've done it like 3 or 4 times as well. Like, it sounds like something that's difficult to do, but I've done it like 3 or 4 times on stream. It's great. Here he comes. Just Republican senator.
Slippery little bastard.
The fact he's even wearing a shit tie. Sumo stomp. Be fuck. You gotta be kidding me. Do it. Do it. Yeah. Yeah. It just screams so loud. It's so good. It's incredible. This game's amazing. And now he's just a little bit buffer look. Man, those how buff do you have to be that your fucking ankles are buff?
The hell are you thinking?
Just like the hell are you thinking? Just like the nut.
Played college
Ball, you know.
That's a cushy
Ivy League school. No. Yeah. Try Texas fucking State. Or University of Texas. University of Texas. I'm pretty sure that's the line. I'm going to try and predict all the lines. University of Texas. University of Texas. Have I got it right yet? Yes! Could have gone pro if I'd not joined the Navy.
I'm not one of those belt
Wavy pants. I could snap the president in two.
break the president in two with my bare hands.
Yep. And the only example of non-diegetic noise in the entire game. For no reason, fuck you. Ugh. It's good, it's good. Let's turn the volume up a little bit for this next section.
What the hell are you?
I'm a senator.
Why don't you stick around and find out?
He's so good. Right, let's fight out. Look at him! I can crush you with just one fist. And he can. He's fucking Armstrong. Oh! Oh, it's the power of this man. The power of this fucking unit of a man. I'm gonna fuck with you all I want. Oh, just like flexes it off, look. Oh no, please, Armstrong. I'm just a man. Oh, dear God, no. I don't like it at all. So a neat detail is you can't like deflect anything Armstrong does, and you can't use attack and defend against him because the sword just does not cut through him. So if you attack and defend, like, it just doesn't work half the time. It's great. Come on. Right there, look, when he hardens, and that's like a little hint to the fact that Raiden can't cut through Armstrong when he has like the hardened flesh. So attack and defend is this move right here, and it lets you dodge through anything, but as Armstrong reveals in like the next cutscene, you can't hurt him when he has like that like blackened flesh there, look. So attack and defend doesn't work. Yeah, nice knife! What? Raiden's like, oh man. I'm so glad that I dodged that attack. It's so nice that my chin didn't get... Oh, okay. Oh, and this hurts so much. And for years, I misread this scene. I thought Raiden put something in his mouth during that bit, and I thought it was like molten metal to reforge his sword. So I thought he was trying to reforge his sword. So when he does that, I thought, oh, he put some metal in his mouth. And he's like, no, Armstrong just punched him so fucking hard that his chin catches on fire from friction. No politics in this video game. Bullshit!
All you care about is lining your own.
Yeah, let's fuck up this US senator. For the people.
You've got no principles.
Yeah, the knee.
If America's gone to shit, you're just another maggot crawling in the
Pile.
All right, the truth then. You're right about one thing.
That's a good belt. It stays on.
I do need capital.
And votes. That's America, alright.
Wanna know why? I have a dream. That one day.
Oh, there's nothing more American. There's nothing more Republican than directly invoking the imagery and idea of Martin Luther King to do the exact opposite of what he wanted. Like every year on like Martin Luther King Day, Republicans tweet out like in remembrance of him, and then his own daughter will tweet out like, you're not doing what he wanted to, and they'll tell her that she's wrong. People. If you want to get depressed, folks, like every single year on Martin Luther King Day, oh the nut, Martin Luther King's own daughter tweets out about like the fact that her dad will be so disappointed with everyone evoking his name, and people will tell her that she's wrong. Oh no, please. Just keep in mind, Raiden can feel all this. He's not turning his cringe inhibitors back on. And that's the line as well where Armstrong would fucking hate Donald Trump. Right, he hates the media. And he hates social media. And celebrities.
America's diseased, rotten to the core.
I like that he rolls up his
There's no
sleeves.
saving it.
Like he rolls up his sleeves to
We need
beat me up.
pull it out by the roots.
Like a Japanese mob boss about to deliver a beatdown.
Burn it down.
Yeah, it's a Boondock sketch. It's like where a white guy's like, well, I think the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, and then just like one of the characters runs up and starts laying him out. Ooh.
The weak will be purged, and the strongest will thrive.
It's like Omni-Man, calm down.
Free to live as they see fit. They'll make America great again.
And there's the line.
What the hell are you
talking about?
So that's a Ronald Reagan line, not a Donald Trump line. Donald Trump ripped it off of Ronald Reagan.
Get it. I'm using war as a business to get elected.
Oh, no politics here.
So I can end war as a business.
It's not weird to agree with the points that Armstrong's making. He's a demagogue.
Will die.
And it's where, and that's where someone makes seemingly reasonable points that oversimplify an issue. It's like when you say something like, why can't we all just get along? It's like, yeah, that's a really great point, but it ignores the context of what's actually happening in the world. And it's a completely useless thing to say because it's not going to happen. So that's the idea behind what Armstrong's saying. It all sounds very reasonable, but it ignores, like, you know, the reality of the world in which we live. It's like when politicians say, look, like, there's no reason to talk about, like, you know, racial issues and things like that because I want everyone to, like, do well. It's like, that's fine, but black people getting the shit pushed in right now, help them.
How did you get elected?
Well, I don't write my own speeches.
So that's why the whole point is you're supposed to agree with some of the things he's saying,
Try fighting
and then you realise that he's saying
sometime, Jack.
easy solutions to
Not for a
complex
company or a
problems.
nation or for anyone else.
And that's like a, you know, a trap a lot of politicians fall into. Like Donald Trump was very prone to that in his elections.
Am I
Like a
finally getting through?
controversial. Look at that eyes glowing red. Am I getting through to you? Like a very non-controversial thing he said was like he wanted to revamp the tax system so that your taxes could be put in on a postcard, which is a very, you know, reasonable thing to say, but it ignores the reality of how complex the tax system is. And that never went through because as soon as he got him helped to get elected, you're batshit insane. Punch this senator.
You're batshit insane.
That's one of those things, yeah. It's like, it sounds reasonable. It's like, yeah, why can't we do that? And it's, to the lay person who does not understand the complexity of a situation, they will agree with the person saying that. And that's how those people generally win arguments or sometimes get elected. Is because they're suggesting a solution, an easy solution to a complex problem. And they're expecting you not to understand how complex the problem is, so you agree with them. And they themselves normally don't believe what they're saying, they know that you will.
Weak. You weren't born poor. You've never been hungry. You don't know what it's
And I like how I've used the opportunity of playing Metal Gear Revengeance to just explain all this shit. Maybe I might upload this to the Untitled side channel and just put Fact Fiend Focus. Karl talks about politics of Metal Gear Revengeance.
yours.
Just 4.5 hours of Karl breaking down the politics of Metal Gear Revengeance. What's the thing? That's basically what his playthrough is. In addition to playing the game. Let's backflip. Backflip, backflip, backflip. So this section you either got to do 3%. Here's the thing. You got to do 3% damage to Armstrong or survive for 2 minutes on this mode. So I will try and like slap him a few times because it is very funny. To be fair, I might upload this one. Something I've been wanting to do for a while is upload one of these playthroughs, but I don't think I've had a good one. I feel like this playthrough so far has been pretty good. It's had a few funny moments, like the light bulb exploding, and I feel like, oh no! Oh! And I feel I've refined my points that have been made. But while I go grab myself another drink, folks in chat, actually, you know what, ladies, do you like it fast or do you like it slow? It'll become very important in the next section. Alright, let's have a quick look through the chat. What do the ladies want? Bam, bam, bam. Slow. Fast or slow. Just do it fast or slow. I like it fast. So that seems like we've got like a good 50-50, so we can do both. You might be wondering, why am I asking that? Well, you're about to find out. Because this is a thing I don't think... So this is... If anyone's only seen the memes of this game, this is the meme moment, but they don't play the meme song. So the meme is wrong. This is the moment in the game, but the song, or the part of the song they play is quite different. But this is the meme moment, and something you might not realise you can do is you can go fast, or you can go slow. So we'll start fast. Some men think that this is the way to do it. Like you find the spot, and then you just hammer the fuck away at it. And as you can see, the partner is not impressed. The other person in this situation, they're not impressed by what you're doing. Right, they're not happy about that, look. It's like, come on, try again. And it's right there. I'll move your hand to the right spot. So you go slow. So you go nice and slow. And here's the thing you'll notice. If you go slow, your time together spent, like, you know, it lasts longer. But I'm trying to open a twist top beer one-handed right now. There we go. You can tell. So there's just a pro tip for all the fellas out there. If you go slow, you get a lot more impact and your time will last longer. Although I think I do have to give shout-outs to a friend of mine who said what might be one of the funniest fucking things I've ever heard. Which was just completely off the cuff. No. Yeah! Just completely off the cuff, like when we were all drunk. Just when we were discussing, like, you know, as men do, like, you know, sex and women. We went, yeah, just jackhammer from start to finish. Her enjoyment is entirely secondary. There's the line, by the way. And just, we all lost our shit. And that's now become a thing in our friend group of just, whenever someone asks for advice on, like, oh, what should I do with a miss? It's like jackhammer from start to finish. Even if it's like advice about what to buy her for her birthday. And I love that. And that's something you would have noticed earlier in the playthrough. Like, in the fight where you're using your sword against him, you'll realise that if he has the nanomachines on the surface, you can't hit him with your sword. Your sword's not strong enough to cut through. Oh no, that big fist. That big Armstrong fist. Oh. No. Please. Please, no. Ugh. I guess you point out to people who, oh, isn't that like a JoJo thing? It is. And I believe, so like the mudda thing is roughly translated to, according to my missus, who speaks the language, either die, or trash. So what they're saying is like trash. But I do like the other, like, die!
Alright. I think we're about done here.
Look at that! This is how I feel, you know, when I've, like, you know, laid some pipe. And I've done it especially well. It's like, you know what? I think we're done here. Heading to the kitchen to get a drink. And like, ugh. Are we ordering takeaway?
2 years I've been working towards this.
And it's just Jetstream Sam explaining. Futile, yeah. It's like futile or trash or something like that. It's like, basically it's just one word repeated over and over again. It just sounds cooler in Japanese.
May the best man win.
Sam.
I cut him down, and that's that.
And I'm sure to Japanese folk that English sometimes sounds better. That's why, if anyone's ever wondered why sometimes Japanese shirts and stuff will have English text on them, it's because I did an article about it years ago now. It's where
What happens after that?
manufacturers over in Japan like the clean aesthetic that like English typography offers, whereas Western fashion designers like the blocky, chunky look of Japanese typography. So it's one of those weird things where like Japanese markets and Asian markets like the look of English typography, and Western markets like the look of like the Asian typography. And that to me is just like, it's the typography equivalent of like, Joe, when like the Xbox came out and it was like, oh, the Xbox looks cool. Then the Xbox Elite comes out and it's the opposite colour. So people just like the opposite to, or something that's different to what they normally have. And I'm guessing it's like, you know, the audio equivalent of hearing it in English. It just sounds cool in another language because just it's different to what you already experience. So by default, it sounds interesting, even if it doesn't necessarily sound better. And something different will generally be, at the very least, memorable, just by virtue of being different. I was told it was just to decorate stuff. No, I did an article on like Superdry introduced that concept of putting Japanese typography on like next to English letters, and the guy who ran the company said it's because he just liked the look of the juxtaposition of chunky Japanese style text with clean English typography. Like I said, I wrote an article for it. You'll find it on Today I Found Out.
Armstrong!
Yeah, let's fuck him up.
I said my sword was a tool of justice.
But this isn't my sword. There.
In anger,
There.
not used for vengeance.
There. There.
But now I'm not so sure.
There. That's the noise. That's the noise of just like revenge.
Isn't my sword.
Sword. There. Bam! Also, since this, you know what, this might as well be the one that I'm going to load to the side channel. It's just like me playing and talking about Revengeance.
Come on.
If anyone's made it to the end on YouTube, and people in chat right now, how do you, I'm going to now pitch to you while I fight Armstrong. Yeah! My idea for an Armstrong game. So, there's not, you fight Armstrong, again, in the DLC, the Sam DLC, but you don't get to play as Armstrong. How would people feel about an Armstrong game where it is Armstrong in VR training, and it's just Armstrong living out like every just masturbatory like American fantasy, and it's just him like going fighting on like all those like super American like landmarks and shit. So like for example, one idea I've got for a boss fight is Armstrong fights on Mount Rushmore and puts the president faces on his hands and fights with president fists. Or he uses, like, the Washington Monument as a baseball bat to baseball bat, like, Russian, like, AC-130s out of the sky. So I'm getting hit by this on purpose, because you get a cool cutscene. Dodge! What the fucking ribs? And this, to me, is how Raiden learns how to be Armstrong. Because he realises that while Armstrong's nanomachines are focused on preventing his arm and face from taking damage, his ribs can take damage. So he realises that if you attack him from enough directions at once, you can hurt him. It's just that when he does that, he only has the his fists. But I just want Armstrong DLC with Armstrong fighting with president fists. And he's just on like Mount Rushmore with like Lincoln on one hand and Roosevelt on the other. And he's just beating down like a giant robot Excelsius from Russia. And then the game ends and he wakes up from VR and goes and fights Raiden. Just look at him, he's so American. I would play the fuck out of an Armstrong character action. Like, look how fun his moveset would be. It's like, fuck this war. I just want you dead. So I've not taken a hit against Armstrong yet. This is kind of good. So there is an achievement for beating Armstrong without taking a single hit. Which I've never gotten because, like, it's just so hard. Armstrong does not fuck around. Oh my god, I've gotten down to a second phase already. So yeah, let me know in the comments if this goes on YouTube. Would you play the Armstrong game? Because I fucking would. It's just Metal Wolf Chaos, but like, better. He's got a better character. I just imagine him like, he's just on top of like the White House. He just throws like the White House at people. Here I fucking come. Let him hit me. Oh! So you let that hit you because that's you get a cool cutscene from it, which is this one of Armstrong trying to do the most literal people's elbow ever. It actually lets you fight hand to hand. It's a shame that you don't have this as an option for the rest of the game. I got kind of annoyed because I assumed that beating the game on Revengeance would unlock that as an option to play on... oh shit! Yeah. So I pressed X, which sometimes homes you in, and it homed me in towards Armstrong. That's a shame. You know what? I'm going to let Armstrong heal. I'm going to let him heal because I feel like I'm kicking his ass quite well now. So Armstrong, get all your health back. Do it. And he's like, wait, you just let me do that? Yeah. Oh, look at this fucking showdown! This fucking, like, walk-off of just... Oh, the kick. So let's see if I regret that. Oh, man, he's kicking my fucking ass now. Oh, okay. I'll take this hit. So whenever you see him do the full charge up, always take the hit. 3 damage. Work the body, work the body. Yeah, work those ribs. Work those nice tender America ribs. No, fuck you. Hurt. Dodge. I love using, like, animations to dodge. You're really not Armstrong. No, I'm not. Oh! Oh, that looks so cool! That looks so fucking cool! This combo! Armstrong! Armstrong DLC when? No, keep hitting me, I don't give a fuck. That looks so rad. Whoa! Oh god, that chased me. Woo. Also, should we show off like Armstrong's cool throw? Here we go. So just like Jetstream Sam, you can't flying kick Armstrong. There we go. So he said it's the greatest fight of his life, which means Armstrong could die happy. I'm glad you get to die happy, Armstrong. How can you not see a full game that ends with you fighting with President Fists? Oh, ye of little faith. So I'm glad Armstrong got to have the fight of his life. Because that's like actually a rare voice line. You don't always get that, and it only happens if you kick his ass especially hard. Bye, Armstrong. So that's the end of the game. Cheers. Ah, me on a morning. Fuck this war. Yeah. Let's fuck him up. Bam. You really well. He's such a good boss. Fuck you. Yes! It's over. Do it. Do the Raw. Shrek 2. Or Shrek Forever After, I guess. Do the Raw. Just 100% America. Like, fuck. Oh! Test of strength! Donkey Kong side B. Take that sword. Whoa! Fuck him up. Yeah! It's over. To the wrist. Raiden to the wrist. Fist into the wrist. What a hero.
Well done, Jack.
Not even use lube. Hero.
Your dream dies with you.
You should have said your memes.
Oh, maybe not. You've guaranteed the status quo will go on. For a while longer, at least.
Oh, the game's amazing. I highly recommend anyone play this game. One, because it's super fun. I've like played it like 10, 15 times on stream now. And every time I get that hype. And that's not put on. I know I talk about how, like, you know, I'm an elevated version of myself when I'm on stream and videos and stuff. Like, I legitimately get that hype playing the game. I might not say that stuff out loud, but I think it in my head when I'm playing this game. It's like, video games being such an active medium, it's hard not to get that involved with them. Fat Fiend Possum, let's go. I like a Fat Fiend Possum. That's it to my missus.
Use what
Actually, I could probably share that. Because me being, like, you know, a nice guy and a great boyfriend. Let's see if we can find it. So we've got the Untitled side channel, which I guess this video is going to be on now. The Untitled side channel has, like, little bits of fan art of all of us. Not fan art, it's like, you know, key art of all of us. Like, oh, take it out, go on. The final Zandatsu to the fucking wrist, let's go. We have all, like, the key art of all of us. So, like, you know, like, we have Lucas. Armstrong, fuck you. Like, Lucas or me. My girlfriend was like, oh, that's really cool. I kind of wish I had one of those. Like, obviously not in that way of, like, she wants to have a bit of that. It's just like that thing of, like, seeing all the art of you is kind of cool. So I got the same artist to do a personal one for her. It's just her holding a possum. See if we can get it in the screen. So it's just like her holding a possum. So I paid the artist for that. I paid them, like, you know, their usual rate. But that's one that's like, we didn't post it anyway. It's just like, it's for her. And it not being like a business expense, I had to pay it out of my own fucking pocket. So that's something I, like, used out of pocket for her. Because she was just, like, really upset. Not upset, like, yeah, it'd be nice if I had one like that. But she understood because, like, you know, the channel has, like, you know, the 4 defined voices. So I got, like, that piece of art made for her and paid money for it too. But yeah, that's Metal Gear Revengeance. So for the people who are watching on YouTube, I guess I now committed to uploading this. This is where it ends for you. But for the people watching live right now, the usual thing I do when I stream this game is because I've had a few beers, I will take a quick break to clean up my